Hey guys, welcome back to the Open Chest Anime Podcast. I'm your host, the Anime Collector. Joining me tonight, we've got Rhys2753.
Hi there, I'm Rhys2753. That's my name.
And Dan is with us as well.
Hello.
FDDNM died. I don't know. He's not here right now, but
He tested positive for being like.
oh, it's like photo finish as you were saying that. He tested positive. He's in. Right. So FDM is also here. And he's muted. Unmute. All right. Anyway, so I gotta tell you guys, I'm pretty tired tonight. It's been a bit of a week, so I want to walk you guys through a couple things. First and foremost, if you would like, first of all, how long has Minds been on the light scheme? How did I enable this, and how do I keep it this way? It's way easier for me to read. Second, if you would like to support the Open Chest Anime Podcast, there is this Patreon. There is also the Anime Collector Patreon. And I am realizing I forgot to grab the Discord page like a complete idiot. So, in the support us section, how do I link this? Do I just go copy message link? There we go. We're doing it live. All right. So, add to the request of Random 11, I have set up a Humble Bundle affiliate. So if you guys are interested in purchasing things off of Humble Bundle, you can now support the show in doing that. Also, Amazon.com affiliate link, Amazon.ca, and Right Stuff are all here. This is in the Discord under the Support Us tab. You can also support us through Stealth Weeb. And I wanted to show you guys why I'm tired. So you guys know I've been working on creating an impressive spreadsheet that tracks all of the data surrounding our stuff with the podcast.
I'm so impressed.
So I've put together a checkbox system here so that I can, for example, Random 11 was kind enough to do some awesome timestamps for the last two podcasts, but I haven't actually finalized them, right? So I've given him credit, right, on who actually did the timestamps, but when I go in and finalize it and get everything solid, that's when I'll be checking them off, right? So this is a new thing I'm trying here. This is done in order to keep track of this different data. This color coding over here is going to be swapped over to this check bar. Also, the affiliates here, Random 11 has showed me how to update the affiliate link for the Watch Club so that it is now only going to be one link, and it'll open up all like an Amazon listing with all of the stuff that needs to be there. So that's going to be fantastic. I'll have to go back and fix all of them, but in doing that, I'll just check these as I go, and it'll be great. Anyway, so I want to show you guys this because this is what I've been working on this last weekend here. As I've been going through the timestamps, you guys remember that last podcast I said that by this podcast I would be finished with my rewatch. Well, I'm not. I'm very close though. It's because I decided to rather than watch it at 2 times speed, I switched it to 1.5 because I feel like I was missing some good zingers, and so. I'm on podcast 159. I've got like an hour left. I will finish it on the way into work tomorrow at 2 times speed or whatever. But I've gone through, and I'm going to put this in the. Wait, don't show. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't dox everybody like that.
Aren't I glad that I put not my full details?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna.
Mine is just resell, right? I think it was. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, that's beautiful, me. I just posted
everything.
Oops. Anyway, so what this is?
You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
My audio device wasn't plugged in when I joined, so I'm like, oh.
So anyway, I have gone through and I just went through all the timestamps, and anytime something seemed interesting enough to be a short or a clip, basically a short has to be under a minute. Now, TikTok has recently increased the length to 2 minutes, but because YouTube Shorts, as far as I know, are still under 1 minute, we're not going to operate by the TikTok version just yet. Right? When shorts extend, that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for us. But basically, what dictates whether or not something is listed as a short or a clip is how long the duration appears to be. So I've been putting this together. I actually finished one today. Speed Racer Head loses to the Criterion Collection of Night of the Living Dead. That'll be coming out in the near future. I'm trying to get Blu-ray rips of Speed Racer to update some of my stand-in footage. And there are no cedars. So I'm going to need somebody to TikTok can be up to 3 minutes now. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm waiting for I'm doing this for YouTube Shorts, and I'm just utilizing TikToks because it's the same format for the most part. So we're going to do the lowest common denominator regarding shorts. But some of these are good, and I've included the links here, right? So if you click on it, why can't I see it? So if you mouse over and then you can click on it, this will take you to the timestamp on the podcast, and you can see what this clip or short would be, right? And then for the named constant hosts, Weaburger, Random 11, Greenline, Lance, Dan, Rhys, FDM, and myself, you guys can vote on whether or not you think that, like, oh, this is a good one, we should jump on that one right away. Why is this? Oh, that was weird. Okay. One of the cells just shifted over on me. Maybe I'm blind. Oh, God, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, I think there's an optical illusion happening. Anyway, so basically, Dan, for example, if you were to come in here and say, oh, yeah, let's see. Find what you actually do this for. The stream raid, let's say, for example. Okay, I like the stream raid. That was a funny one, right? And let's say you guys vote on this. See this number's changing? This is the priority over here. Now, to audience members, if you are interested in actually going through, the blue ones are linked, so you can actually check them out. Some of them I can't put a link to because they're over like 30 podcasts. I don't know, maybe not 30, maybe like 5 or 6 podcasts, like the Legend of Galactic Heroes, where Sentai was hiding the numbers, right? That's going to be like a long... a lot of different clips from different ones coming together, right? But I've been working on this if you guys wanted to check them out. And if you are interested in voting, audience members, and you're not part of this, just send me a message on YouTube comment, or if you can comment here. I'm not sure if you have editing ability to add a comment when you go through that link or whatever. But if you want to do it, get in touch with me, and I will add you into the list here, which I can collapse so it's not as burdensome to work on. And I will get your votes added. All right. Anyway, now what's cool about this is once. So I'm still going through this. I've gone through the first 30 podcasts so far. Some of these were already in my Premiere document for editing, all the ones past 30, but I've added all these ones here. Now, granted, the earlier the podcast, the less interesting the clip is. So if you're going to check them out, I would maybe sort by going backwards or whatever. But if you're interested, that's what these are for. And over here, I've got a reason. This is just like a general reason for why it's stalled, right? Mike cuts out a lot. Could be reworked if I didn't like this topic. Could be funny if I had stock photos showing a foreigner in these hotel rooms, right? So these are just ideas on things where this could go. Now, I have to go through all the timestamps before I can start really knocking any of these out that aren't just a short, because the shorts are under a minute, so I can kind of jump on them quickly and just kind of crank some out. But what it's going to have, if you see at the bottom, well, this is broken right now. This is a podcast reference. It's supposed to reference another sheet to give me what date the podcasts are from. But this is like, for instance, the Hitler in South Africa video, which is based off of this spreadsheet, which is for the first impressions. Look at how many there are, right, that I've been working on. And it has like a little note here on stuff I'm need to get in order to do. Currently, this is what it's eventually going to be for all of this stuff. Okay, so as you can see here, when I'm actually working on it, I've got a timestamp. It tells you this is the dialogue that's happening there, and this is the footage I need, right? So if you're interested, this is what's going to eventually be our way to help us crank out some more content when we've got one or two things where something is like, it's at 9, we want to get it to a 10, and we just need something, right? So that's how that's going to be in the future. Probably going to be a long ways in the future. I've only worked on the Mortal Kombat one so far, and I didn't even get through all the rest of the stuff, but got some good stuff here. So anyway, thank you for your attention, I guess, during that time. Anyway,
your TED Talk was brilliant. I loved it.
Yes, I'm sure it was wonderful. It was a great 10 minutes I just wasted. Do you guys want to do any pickups?
I got pickup story.
These are some great pickups you're giving me. Rhys, you want to give me a story at least?
Okay. So I got some Legos, and I'm just gonna.
I didn't put the backdrop.
Rhys is successfully blending in with the fellow children.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna put the backdrop on here. The one that I just pulled off Google for a second.
Where'd you go? That's for like episode 10 or something.
Whatever.
Yeah. So
real quick before you continue, I just say I wasn't going to do a show tonight because I've been feeling kind of crappy, but I picked up a freelance VFX job that is probably going to start next week, and I'm like, I definitely can't miss. I can't. If I'm going to miss a week, it's going to be next week, right? So I've dragged myself up by my bootstraps, and here I am. Anyway, go ahead, Rhys.
Okay, so obviously you can tell this is the Infinity Gauntlet, and when I got to about this part, I sent the boys a little video. Showing that it's about roughly the same size as my own hand.
Wow.
Which is pretty funny. Fairly poseable. The base of the thumb is a ball joint. So you can obviously do all sorts of fun things with it.
This was one of the things that they featured on the back of the box for different poses.
No. The main thing was just showing like the snap, like the middle finger and the thumb together with the
right.
Like that was it. That was all. And this was like the next day. I was like, oh, maybe I can put a bottle in there. I was like,
dude, you have the same Blu-ray player remote as I do.
I think everybody has a.
Everybody has that remote, right?
Yeah, Sony Blu-ray player. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I take that back. Like this one, it has more like a rounded bottom. Like the one we have is a thin, squarey one. Like with one we have here at our other place.
Okay.
So it's like a newer. That's a model from like 6 years ago, I think. The one that I have. So, but anyway, yeah, that's my pickup.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm. If you guys would like to, keep the show going after a certain point, when I go to bed, you're totally welcome to. But I felt like I needed to cram through some of this. So if you would like to come in, Greenline, you are welcome to later on.
I'll send Greenline one. We don't need everybody join in. We want to keep this as fast.
Okay. So I would like to address Random 11. Yes, I also felt this. It bugs me he did the mirrored version of Luffy's pose.
Hold on, So Greenline, check your.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Oh, did you want to do yours, Food Fam?
Did you just call me Foot Fam? Random 11 is right here. You are traumatizing him. So I don't have any actual pickups, but I have a lot of crafts to show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This out of focus little guy.
Is that Chewbacca with the lightsaber you haven't painted?
No, but this is a halfling barbarian. We're essentially doing a randomized D&D campaign, and my brother printed it off, and I'm like, dude, look, he's like the size of the top joint of my finger. But,
that's like cultural appropriation. I'm offended.
You'll have to take it up with my what is
guild?
it? My manager, my guild. Yeah, my guild. So I have a lot of art box updates for you. Now, I acquired a lot of good materials and stuff yesterday, including an acrylic spray that is a sealer, or an acrylic sealer, for the art boxes. So on my little test piece right here, this is the newest paper I have, and I spray it with the acrylic sealer, and it no longer has that photo paper sound,
Sticky.
I guess you could say. Yeah, I'll show you an example real quick. Once I show you the art boxes I made. So
That's nice.
almost. You see that little... the bottom is... well, I made this too short, apparently. I don't know how that error happened, but you'll see a tiny gray strip. I could break the immersion of how this is a pretty big failure in many cases, but on the shelf...
Centered. What the hell?
Why is the logo so off-centered from the
Just
Blu-ray?
not even centered. What the
You
hell?
can listen. It was either you put it in the center and have it tiny, or you just put it slightly off center and
or
whatever.
Or you get rid of the other logos, you put it in the bottom real big, and then you put those logos real tiny in the corner.
In the corner, no one does that on Blu-rays. And then you got
that's the combo pack sets, right? Yeah.
Oh, is it the combo packs? Well, either way, this is made out of the cheap, like super thin, flimsy chipboard anyway. So this was more or less a test anyway. But yeah, and it looks even nice from the back when you spin it around. And I put a little Agumon on the bottom because I didn't know what the hell to do.
Hitler Agumon.
Why did you put Hitler Agumon in there? What the fuck's wrong
You're
with
right.
you?
You're right. Canceled.
Version 2.0.
And then there's the other two that I already posted in the Discord. So we have the Turaburu art box. I just kind of like slammed this design together a while ago, but I threw these two on the spine after I cut them out. I'm still unsure about like the art assets that I want. The bottom looks slanted on the last one,
shit.
or on this.
Is it just a lens thing? No, it's a failed design.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure every single one of these has some one failure or another. Don't get me wrong, but every single one of them is the same cheapo chipboard. So the stupid thing about this design is that this is actually one long image. So you'll see that someone's arm is chopped off and stuff like this. So that's why I'm slanted on the Digimon one. There's a chance it's slanted. Yeah. Yeah, so someone's arm's chopped off and then it goes over here, but at the same time, it's like the highest quality artwork I could find.
So how many discs are in that?
3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
Are you swapping those out with the dub version as they come out?
This one is the dub version, but yes, that's my question is how radically are the cases going to change?
Well, the reason I'm asking is because if you're having issues, you could just have, I mean, granted, you and Rhys are obviously trying to minimize some shelf space. So,
yes.
But I was going to say, if you got the dub
just
and
put all
sub
of them
version,
in one, the dub and the sub in one.
Then you could have more room for the artwork.
Didn't they do a complete subs release, and so they'll probably do a complete release?
Oh, you mean the complete collection in one thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you sell that, you're going to get a much higher premium on it because people are going to be like, "Wow, look at this thing! It's so cool."
Now, your theory about making it larger so you can fit more of the artwork, that'll only extend to the spine, because I'm not going to wrap this around.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess I could, but then that would just make it 8 spaces wide, and then there wouldn't be enough artwork to wrap around the whole thing if I did it that way.
Right.
But anyway, so one real quick thing to keep in mind is Sentai, I think they do this randomly. I don't think they intend, but see how this one has a rounded corner like this?
Yeah.
This is the Vortex Eco Light case, and then this is the, like, it's really hard to see the difference, but this one's not like explicitly
The
rounded.
Viva Elite.
Yes, Rhys is correct. So these are both 2-disc sets. But this one is 11 millimeters. Oh wait, this one's 11 millimeters, and this one's 12 millimeters, and you have to account for that when you're making the art box. So I'm just hoping that RNG just give us the wrong types of combination of cases, and that's like, oh, my box doesn't work anymore.
Oh yeah.
And then this one, so pretty much all of these, except for the Digimon Adventure Tri box, I made the box. It was just blank black chipboard, and I just had it reversed in my collection so it could hold the things together until I could be bothered to print out artwork and stuff, including this one, which is the 12 Kingdoms, which I think design-wise turned out way better than I expected, because this is the DVD complete collection artwork that Anime Works did, and I just clone stamp whatever the design throughout the whole box. And this one, I just cut out the white around her and then slapped her on, and I'm like, there we go. We got our box.
I would have used the content-aware fill.
That's what I used.
So you just only let it sample the
edges of the orange, and then like if you take a close look, the patterns are very chaotic. Yeah, very chaotic, and I'm like, I don't care, man. It just like. At a glance, you're just like, that looks pretty good.
Just blur it, 25 pixels.
And then the one that I like the most, but is also a catastrophic failure, is the Monster box set,
that's huge.
which is based off of the North American one. But as you see, the edge is like closer on this side than that side. It looks pretty good here. Actually, this side printed off too short, and I had to actually print off a longer strip on the bottom, which saved it kind of, but it's still a huge error. And all the art, like, you can't see it here, but this is kind of pixelated, and I didn't upscale it for some reason, so good job me. So yeah, you fit in the Australian complete collection, and there you go, and you can see Johan faded in the bottom there.
So why bother making an art box for another art box?
Because of the cancer.
Oh, okay.
Also, this isn't chipboard. I think it needs real chipboard, right? Don't you?
It's like a slipcase, kind of like the flimsy postcard.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the kind you pull off, and then you can go
Right.
Where are you getting these printed? Right there.
At his house.
You see that printer back there?
That printer. And that's the Detroit Metal City box that I was working on.
Nice.
So there you go. And I guess, oh yeah, that's a nice sound.
I wish thumbnails could have noise.
And this is my only real pickup, is a giant sheet of chipboard. We went to the hardware store, and this is like 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch thick, and it's really good. And I can't wait to start cutting it. I just have to make sure my measurements are perfect, because if I'm off by a millimeter, screw me, right? But yeah, it's got white on the one side, so theoretically I could use white interior if I wanted to, but yeah.
Can you grab
it was only $5.
Oh,
that was
wow.
$5.
Nice.
And you can probably get
That's
least 2 boxes
that's like
out of that.
25 cents USD.
You're right.
FDDNM, can you take the monster box and pose with it like you're putting it back into the box?
What?
Do the fart thing again, but do it.
Do it.
What?
Do it like real clickbaity, so we can add a big fart proof.
No, so we can do thumbnail.
Hey, we need your disgusted face from the emoji.
Do a thumbnail and have like a green cloud coming out of it.
All right.
There, I hope you're happy.
What was the timestamp on that? It was like 25 minutes. All right.
That'll be perfect.
Don't worry. There you guys go. That's the progress. And sooner or later, you're going to find yourself with art boxes you can order from me. The next one I'll work on is Lance's commissioned Murder Princess art box. That's the first one I'll make of the good chipboard, which, by the way, is the exact same thickness as the NIS America boxes. So if that's any indicator of how solid they'll be, there you go.
So how are you adhering them together? Just
all of these are tape.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's sufficient, right?
Yeah,
it's
tape,
it's pretty solid once they go togetger.
It's more the adhesive paper that sticks it together after, adds a lot of
rigidity.
I wouldn't say a lot of rigidity because it's not very rigid, but it adds a lot more structure. But when you have the case is in there, it feels solid, gives the illusion it's solid. When you take them out, though, you could easily break it if you want to. Right. But yeah, for these other ones, I'm going to use this new water-based glue sealer and finish, which I was going to test out on doing a sealer, kind of like how I sealed this, but I found the acrylic spray as well, so I might as well just use that instead.
Yeah, that's going to give you probably a more even coat.
Either way, I'll use this because it also dries clear and looks really good, so that is a good
UV material. Spot printing. The clear, shiny. All right, cool. We all ready to move on?
Yes. By the way, did you guys use the new intro?
Do we have a new intro?
Okay, I'll play it for you once it's uploaded.
Okay.
How could we have played it if we... Oh, yeah, you did send it to us in the... I have not seen it, so I don't even know.
Yeah, cool. World premiere.
Oh, God.
Delayed intro.
Is this from you or from Lance?
From me. Lance's intro. So this is temporary. Lance's will be either retrofitted in, or we will just. This is just a temporary.
One of you switched back to the first brand as I was uploading in the other brand, so then it double uploaded the backdrop here.
Oh, excellent.
So I trust that whatever the intro is not something that's going to copyright flag me.
No, the music is original by me. Technically.
Okay, right on. Okay, so
it's what I made for the other video. Whoops.
Oh, hey, Greenline's here. Oh, of course. Just in time for me to not cuck you on pickups. You're muted. Your microphone is...
I got the pickup real quick.
Oh, cool. Go for it while we wait for Greenline.
Wow, Brad has ignored 2 pickups today.
I got my...
Oh, there you are.
Just...
Enjoy Monica Real.
Yeah, well, I figured it's like a cultural phenomenon, right?
Yeah. How's it going, Greenline?
Well, it's a symbol of anti-cancel.
But you bastards! Oh, so I definitely have pickups, but I'm still in the middle of unboxing them.
Oh, okay. You want us to come back to you after a couple articles?
You can, but it'd be awkward. Like, I hate to ruin the flow of, but by all means,
it's fine.
Either stall or come back to me.
Since I'm coming back to this comment, it bugs me. He did the mirrored version of Luffy's pose. Me too. We're just gonna pretend like it didn't already happen. Tokyo 2020 Olympic participants paying tribute to anime. So I'm just gonna show you these. I'll be real with you guys. I've read maybe 1% of the articles tonight. So here you go.
Oh, but the mirrored Naruto is okay and doesn't bother you.
How dare you?
Wait, what?
Did anybody do the Hitler salute or something?
What's the
That's an
Sailor
anime
Moon one.
pose.
So the Sailor Moon one.
It's the costume.
Well, it's not just the costume. Their rhythmic gymnastics routine was done to the opening to the U.S. opening of Sailor Moon.
Oh,
Yeah,
I should look that one up. That might actually be a fun one to watch.
and then of course somehow this guy Dutch windsurfing didn't catch the memo. I'm in Japan. My favorite anime avatar. Okay, so
It looks like it maybe might have came from Japan. Maybe.
You just gonna steal that light and leave? Okay, enjoy
Just
it.
win.
Okay, toodles. All right.
It's ready once you're done with this article, Brad.
Okay. Oh gosh, should we save it for? Okay. Well,
World premiere.
So he's just holding you all hostage, apparently.
That's what the podcast is, right?
This is what I'm funding, huh? Okay.
Yes, that intro is sponsored by Greenline. Thank you for your patronage.
okay, hold on.
Yeah.
What podcast is this? 161. Holy shit! I'm seeing stars. One moment, please. I have to go to my Google sheet.
And add credit for intro. No.
Fuck. Hold on, I have to add a little note here. Oh god.
Putting them banned for peddling Nazi propaganda. No.
OCA
That was
Podcast.
I think we got our intro, guys.
I just need to put a little note here. Intro, episode 161.
31 minutes in.
It only took us 161 episodes to have an intro, right?
Oh god.
Can you watch it
Worst.
again?
If you want, I'll let you
So-
take the reins.
So at some point, I don't know if it's just going to be for Greenline, who, you know, like the folks who get to be on the show and hang out after I hit end broadcast. But at some point, it'll either be just for you guys, or I'll just do it. I'll read it live on the show. I'm going to read to you the discussion we had about putting Rhys in the logo, and the animation we decided should be done involving the guns. I was looking for that. Thank you.
I might need a refresher on that
Wait,
myself.
I need. Hold on, Julie.
Oh god.
I gotta. FDM made an intro for us. You ready?
Alright, you can click it.
Hold on, she can't hear it. Hold on. Can you hear it?
Oh,
No.
Why did the right AirPod just die? Okay, guys, talk to her.
hello.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay,
how
she
are
can hear
you?
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you.
Pure Bradley, huh? I didn't even see that the first time. That's.
No, it's amazing.
Oh.
We're official now, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So is that in a template video that you can change out the text easily?
I mean, I have the raw editing file, so I can change out the text.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it might make a joke to change that every now and
Yeah. So I think. Although I already don't have the time for it, it'd be funny to have it subtly change every quarter.
That's
Or
what I
every
was
month.
considering.
Yeah. Green line shows up. Daddy Warbucksing with all the money.
Actually,
Yeah.
I originally thought we should have like
Making it rain.
a variety of intro variants where it's like
Yeah.
whoever is there at the start of the podcast. We have one version that's like, well, Putnam's not here, so it just shows Brad and Rhys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite bit about it is how little you cared about fixing your shoulder. What is that? Okay. Can't wait. I can't wait to
Well,
rewatch this at 1.5 times speed.
It will be over my shoulder. Nobody will notice. Oh wait, shit.
No. The spirit behind creating the intros, the spirit behind making the mock-up of that logo is quick and dirty, you know?
Random Lone says it sounds like it's clipping at the start.
It does. Well, actually, no, not the start, just in general, but I don't know if that's just on my end. But it's only
Well-
-2 dB, so it shouldn't be
figure it
0.
out. We'll figure it out.
So what part of the thing?
Legendary Anime JP fan 2 loves it.
Thank you.
That's going to be our new intro for the foreseeable future.
Is
I
there
honestly-
a way we can have that start like right away
Yeah.
when you hit
Well,
when you
yes
hit
and
go
no.
live?
yes and no. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so a Georgian Paralympic judo athlete was arrested for attacking a security guard in a Tokyo hotel. I'm not going to read it, but the mental image it gave me of a Paralympic athlete attacking a security guard was quite funny. The Japanese mayor who bit the softball athlete's gold medal is now forfeiting 3 months' pay. Great job, guys.
Solid. We
All
love
right. So, what's it like to apply for and receive a vaccine passport in Japan for travel abroad? So I'm not going to actually read this whole thing. I just have a highlight here. I thought it was interesting. Many folks seem to misunderstand the meaning of the passport, thinking that they can't go abroad without one, or conversely, that they can go if they have one. To make it clear, the possession of a vaccine passport from Japan does not have any influence on your ability or inability to enter a particular country. At this time, many countries around the world are not accepting any foreign visitors. On the other hand, there are also many countries that are. Within that group, there are some that may ease their entry restrictions if you display a vaccine passport upon arrival. It's good to note, however, that even travelers who don't have a vaccine passport can still enter many countries if they undergo standard procedures such as a fixed quarantine period. Oh, that was how I was supposed to end this in. Such as a fixed quarantine period. Yeesh. On a side note, in order to enter Japan right now from abroad, regardless of possession of a vaccine passport or whether you're a Japanese citizen, anyone entering the country must present results of a negative COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours before departure and subsequently quarantined for 14 days upon arrival. Ikuna also, this is the person who did this for Sword News 24, the journalist that they sent, or the one who was doing it that they documented. So anyway, they also stressed that the benefits of a vaccine passport will vary from location to location. For example, you may be exempt from having to take a PCR test for COVID-19 before your departure or after your arrival elsewhere. Alternatively, any quarantine period after your arrival might be shortened or eliminated entirely. These entry policies can change without warning. However, I really should have read these. These entry policies can change without warning, however, so it's definitely a good idea to check the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan's homepage for the most up-to-date information. Anyway, so there you go. That's that information. You can read the rest of it if you want, but this seemed more important to me. Young people in Tokyo to be offered points and discounts if they get vaccinated. One might say your social credit score will be impacted.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's not threatening at all.
It pays to be vaccinated. Literally. So despite the fact that people in Japan have been able to get the coronavirus vaccine for a while now, the number of infections have still been on a definite increase. Tokyo in particular has been hit hard with corona recently, getting an average of over 4,000 new daily cases in the past week alone. And while some people have been jumping at the bit to get their vaccine shot, not everyone is as eager. According to reports, as of the end of June, less than 9% of the population has received both doses of the vaccine. So what's a good incentive to encourage people to get vaccinated? While there have certainly been some charming campaigns in the past encouraging people to wear masks, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government have decided to go a different route in their new vaccination promotion campaign proposal. A special app will be created for vaccinated Tokyoites to register their vaccination certificate. Those who do will be able to receive points and discounts. And while it hasn't been revealed how many points and what kind of discounts will be given, it's likely the points will be able to be used via cashless payments, such as PayPay. Damn it! I had an article about this last podcast I don't think I ever read. So real quick, I'm going to give you the summarized version of it. Never mind, I won't because this isn't the article.
Oh, I legit thought you said PayPay.
No.
Not PayPay.
So PayPay is this thing where it's basically Apple Pay, right? It's a mobile pay thing on your phone, and when the payment goes through, the phone goes PayPay, right? So a guy recorded the PayPay sound, and when he was checking out at convenience stores and stuff, he would just push a button to play the sound. So the person backing up his items just thought the payment went through, and then he would get his stuff and run out the store. And then they'd realize the payment didn't actually go through, and he'd be long gone.
That's pretty amazing, despite it being, criminal, but that's pretty great.
What's the meme? Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the guy got in trouble for it. So the service will only be available to people in their 20s or 30s. What? Discrimination.
What about 40s? What the hell?
As the government hopes it will encourage younger people to get vaccinated. However, despite what appears to be a win-win situation, protect yourself against corona and get paid to do so, the app has been met with mostly frosty reception from online netizens. Give us actual money instead. Why waste time making an app when some of us can't even make appointments to get a vaccine in the first place? Sort that out first. Whatever. We already know the app is going to be glitchy and full of bugs before we even know where we can use the points. I have a feeling this app won't work. It'll just be another massive waste of money. I guess they got a taste for Coco, which is Japan's COVID-19 contact tracing app. While Japanese netizens seem largely unimpressed by the Tokyo government's proposal, we can hardly blame them. After all, over 41 million yen was dropped to create Coco, which ended up having all sorts of problems. All kinds of problems. This isn't the first time the higher-ups come up with a pretty dubious proposal either. Maybe came up with pretty. So it's no wonder there's a huge lack of trust in this news one. Okay, that article was suck, and I'm going to turn off night shift because I can't really read.
It was suck.
Oh yeah. Also, but if the prospect of points and discounts isn't enough to encourage you to get the shot, maybe an order from Solid Snake will. Cringe. The voice actor for Solid Snake went on a Tokyo coronavirus vaccination mission. Good for him. All right, American anime producer Fred Ladd passed away at 94. So, American television and film writer and producer Fred Ladderman, who was pivotal in introducing anime to North America, passed away on August 3rd. According to Anime's, Jesus Christ, he was 94 years old. Ladd helped first bring Tetsuwan Atom to North America in 1963, transforming it into Astro Boy. Into the Astro Boy version audiences would grow to know, as well as becoming the first anime to air in North America. Ladd would also go on to bring over and produce Gigantor, originally titled Tetsujin 28 in 1964, and Keep of the White Lion, originally titled Jungle Taitei in 1966. Ladd would also later act as the creative consultant for the DeeK entertainment dub for Sailor Moon. Ladd was born on blah, 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 blah. That's it. Okay. So he's dead. Moving on. Fist of the North Star character designer and animator Masami Suda also passed away. So he died. He was a longtime industry figure who was also a founding member of the Janica labor union with Satoshi Kon. So he died. That's it. Moving on. Deaths are hard to talk about. Okay. So, Digimon Tamers writer apologizes for causing fan divide with script. So, these are some very important words here. Hideaki Konaka has responded to the backlash caused by deranged social media addicts due to his live script reading containing talk of political correctness and cancel culture, with the man unfortunately apologizing for dividing the fans, but seemingly not for the script itself. So, skipping way past all this, he said, quote, I will leave the Digimon Tamers 2021 blog to be read in the future by those who liked the original Tamers, and I will delete any comments that accuse me of being a bad person. You've been put on notice. A lot of people have defended me and told me not to apologize. Hey, that was me. I did that. But it's very hard to see such a divide among the fans. Let me just apologize for the fact that I caused it to happen.
Okay, so, see, this is where he made a critical error. Yes. He assumed he divided the fan base. What he fails to realize is all the people causing a stink were not fans to begin with.
Oh! Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
That is a mistake a lot of these people make, I'm noticing.
Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 says, Japan screw up with Olympic, LOL. Korea will be 90% vaccinated compared to Japan. These are some big words considering that the Olympics were postponed because the pandemic started and there was no vaccine. But it'll be funny to see. I can't wait to see how the Olympics go in Korea.
I just think, what is it? I will delete any commenters that accuse me of being a bad person is his only other real, like, I guess, blunder in this thing. Because, like,
no.
really, you can't...
I think that's funny. He's basically saying, fuck off, haters. Okay. Also, Jason Sal says, I'd like to introduce our friend, the Sybil system.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
I get that reference.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done Psychopaths?
Because we're a bunch of
because there's like three
seasons in a movie or whatever.
Well, I guess it's not 3 seasons if it's the movie. It's 2 seasons and then the movies. But I forget. Oh, no, it wasn't a movie trilogy. They have a movie 6.
2 seasons, a regular movie, the movie trilogy, the SS, and then 3. And
I don't think we got the trilogy.
No,
yet.
3 is the SS is the trilogy. 3 is the TV series that were hour-long episodes for like 8 episodes, and then there was a movie after that.
I only saw the first 2 seasons in the first movie.
Well, I'm pretty sure they haven't released anything besides the movie and the first 2 seasons.
First 2 seasons and the first movie. They haven't touched SS or any of 3.
This one right here requires some footage from Psychopaths. So.
Pre-crime.
Season was really, honestly, the first season and the movie were really good.
Do you want to call it premature crime?
That's just me.
All right, note to self.
I'll just get this one out.
Got it.
I didn't like season 2 as much, but anyhow, move on.
All right. Yes, back to this. So, anime industry reports first loss in 10 years. So, anime fans will be surprised to learn that the medium's domination over the entertainment industry as a whole appears to be less of a certainty if recent reports become a trend. The anime industry reported a loss of 1.8% for the year 2020. Geez, oh no, Demon Slayer made such billions of dollars. Oh no.
Oh, that's
I think it was because all these shows were delayed from the pandemic.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not. So, I don't think that's anything really to go off of.
Right. No, I totally. And it's only down 1.8%. Like, come on.
How many shows were delayed?
1.8.
Freaking
a lot.
Yeah. No, Rhys is right. A lot were delayed.
I could fit an entire minute or even 3 minutes of podcast short of us just reading this delayed, that delayed, this delayed.
Yeah.
People around the world were forced indoors, which saw a spike in profitability for streaming services, including anime. And while a captive audience is ideal for streaming services, the animators themselves were in a worse position. The report notes that while anime features like Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Mugen Train did amazingly well, the same could not be said for television productions. This is because work on weekly shows found themselves disrupted due to COVID-19 and a slew of shutdowns. Even hit series like One Piece and Boruto Naruto Next Generations were hit by the shift, and other seasonal shows were postponed up to a year. With these shows impacted, things only got worse when outsourced materials were delayed as well. It is no secret that the anime industry has an oversaturation issue. So many studios rely on outsourced art from China and South Korea to meet deadlines. The pandemic clogged up the production pipeline, as you can imagine, so delays and postponements cost production houses dearly. Fans hoping to see a rebound will have to wait for data regarding 2021. What do you think? You think it's going to be down even further, or you think it's going to go up?
I think it's just going to go back to higher, but I do want to add that I think it's unfair. Oh, that was weird.
I think it'll go back to normal, like Rhys said, or just average.
My freaking window I lost my windows just explode. What the fuck's going on?
Okay.
I'm having computer problems. Everybody, shut up for a second.
All right. Okay, I'll let you sort that out. I'll just say I think it's going to go back up. I don't know if it's going to pass 2019 though. I think it's going to take some time for it to rebalance out. I think it will eventually start trending back upward. But I do think that a part of yes, Demon Slayer was a huge success, but I wonder if all the other movies had come out, if the takeaway from the theater would have been even higher. I don't know.
What I was trying to say about, I think it's unfair that they listed like One Piece and Boruto. Those shows aren't going to be, because how far they are. Like One Piece has like 1,000 episodes and 12 movies or whatever. Like the newest movie, the only people who are continuing are already fans, and those numbers are always going to be dropping in some aspect.
Right. To a degree, yeah. All right, so moving on. Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan live-action TV drama returns for 3 more episodes. So that's a thing. Anybody want to say anything? Okay.
Apparently the first series of that just went up on Amazon Prime, so that's kind of
major spoilers for fans of the Sonic movies. Knuckles is going to be in it. So Idris Elba is going to voice Knuckles in the second Sonic the Hedgehog film.
Oh, God.
So
I got nothing against Idris Elba, but I can only imagine.
Does he know the way?
Yeah, I was going to say, I can only imagine.
I don't know. I feel like that might be.
Yeah, so he
digging into the stereotype that Knuckles might be. Well, Knuckles is coated black. It's like, well, he doesn't have to be necessarily. He's the effing echidna, so it's like, does it matter? But I guess they're really
to see his boxing gloves with little spikes sewn into them.
Right.
That looks really weird.
Not really weird. I would have preferred metal spikes poking out of gloves, but whatever.
Right?
That's what I was muted when I said this, but yeah, I hate this photo because why does he have spikes at all?
Well,
like either they're made of plush, which has no function, or you're covering your spikes with gloves, which defeats the point of your spikes.
Yeah, he uses the spikes to climb, right?
I don't know how the hell you use those to climb, but yeah,
remember how Sonic had teeth, and then there was a big, uproar. Can a guy work out and all that stuff? Maybe we just need another one of those.
Can a guy fist ass?
All right, moving on. There's much more important live action news.
So the next Sonic news movie is going to be PG-13. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the highlights for this podcast. Powerpuff Horse actress leaves.
Wait, what?
Actress Chloe Bennett leaves the live-action Powerpuff Girls, so that's going to be Blossom here.
She's cutting and running.
Yeah, because she saw that she is on the sinking ship and is like, "Oh, this is bad. I should leave."
So the drama surrounding the ill-fated and ill-conceived live-action adaptation of beloved cartoon The Powerpuff Girls continues as the actress portraying Blossom has exited the series, citing quote scheduling conflicts. Bound to have some wondering if the production will only spiral further downward. Let's just imagine you're making the Avengers, right? And you finished Infinity War, and now you're going into Endgame, and Robert Downey Jr. is like, sorry, guys, scheduling conflicts. I can't do it.
Right.
So scheduling conflicts was noted to be the explanation behind her exit, and surprisingly not because of the script. Bennett was set to star as Blossom in the pilot, which is currently titled Powerpuff. The show was originally, I guess if she's only been in the pilot, maybe it's not that big of a loss for them to just refilm her scenes. The show was originally in contention during pilot seasons. Was originally in contention during pilot season earlier this year for a potential fall air date, but the CW made the decision to redevelop and reshoot it instead, with CW Chairman and CEO Mark Pedowitz calling the first pilot a miss.
I would really change my name if I was that guy.
No, but yeah, right, Pedowitz.
Oh.
Oh God. Yeah. So I feel like the only actress in this bunch who has any sense is this Chloe Bennett. Because think about it, it's like, well, you saw the shit show that occurred and the way fans act. You're like, you're just gonna peace out of here. Good luck with your show.
It's like
Have fun.
it's like a Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor all over again, where the only actress that came out of that movie looking good was Rachel Weisz because she refused to star in it.
She refused to be in it. Yeah. Oh God. So according to an individual with knowledge of the situation, Studio Warner Brothers Television wanted to extend Bennett's option as they reworked the pilot, but scheduling conflicts forced her to exit instead. Casting for a new third Powerpuff Girl will begin in the fall. Well, Rhys, I think you should head down to Hollywood. I think you can make an excellent Blossom. Or maybe the purple Powerpuff Girl. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm burning Rhys and nobody's getting it.
Thanks.
Hold on. Excuse me while I... Oh, Jesus. Who's this blue-haired witch? Okay, that's not who... Okay, here we go. You know what? I think you might be too tall.
Oh, God.
What in the...
Jesus Christ.
The
Hey,
real question
guys.
is, what the fuck is this?
That's Rhys right there. Perfect.
No.
Oh, no.
I think we know somebody who could be that abomination, but
Oh.
You know, the funny thing is, they'll probably unironically include her if the show ever actually takes off, that is.
And then they'll say, oh, you gotta accept her body, or whatever
Who
it
would
is.
they,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
who
Like,
are we talking about blue-haired or...
no.
both, to be honest, I'm sure they'll fit both in.
I'm
Especially
trying to
since
think of who they would cast.
you know what? I don't even... The show probably won't even get that far. Although they seem determined to sink a lot of money into it, even though they had to reshoot the pilot. Now they got to recast one of the main characters. They're still sinking money into it, so I don't know. It's like Batwoman. They refuse to let it die.
Oh, God. So this will come as no surprise to critics, since the pilot's leaked script was highly loathed by the internet. Skeptics, of course, have suggested either Bennett or perhaps her agent shared the same sentiment as fans on the show, turning out to be a hot mess. And when it came time for the CW to get the actors under a new contract for their second chance at the pilot, she took her leave to save her career. So far, she is the only one to take the opportunity to jump ship. I'll just remind you that what was that thing? It's like, gosh, she still hasn't gotten over this thing. I mean, moveon.org or whatever that stupid line was. So Jason Sal's referring to
Psycho ass.
Psychopath says there's 3 seasons and a movie and a movie trilogy, and only first season was any good. I don't know.
I agree with that.
I
Except that I
agree.
did like the movie. I
liked the second season, but I do think the first season was better.
Yeah.
Who has seen 3.0 plus 1.0? Not me.
Not
I'm
yet.
waiting for the binge on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I think we will definitely do a watch club then. Although I'll be honest with you guys, September is looking to be just as bad as August in terms of how much work I'm going to have. So look forward to our Black Lagoon Watch Club in October.
Oh no! Well, I'm glad that I didn't watch any episodes. I felt bad. I was like, "Oh crap! I've only watched like the first 2."
I've watched like 4. So
Hey, you're ahead of me.
Anyway, JoJo Part 9 got announced. Is that?
I know fans are happy about that because there was a lot of speculation, at least from what I could
Part
see.
8 is just ending,
Part 8.
so I mean, it's not surprising that he would just straight up continue it like
You talking
every
about
other
manga?
one.
Yeah. But I mean, there was some speculation because it wasn't announced and that he's really fucking old. So it's like, well, is it ending?
I don't think he's all that old. I
like a
think
vampire,
he's.
though.
Let's take a look.
Jason South
only
says
like 30.
everything nice. Everything nice doesn't include this, referring to the sugar, spice, and everything nice. I got it. That's fucked. Cast Quasimodo.
I think
The
Ogling
entire pilot
would
got
be a good
scrapped, so
one.
they have to reshoot everything. Well, there you go. Well, I wish her the best. She doesn't seem like somebody I would like to know.
Rhys, did he say he was 30?
No, that was a joke. He looks.
He looks really young.
Yeah, that was the joke. I know he's like 60.
Yeah,
So
61. Like, come on. I mean, in mangaka years, he's like 1,000, but
but he looks
he's-
young.
he's still got a lot of mileage, you know?
Yeah. So Netflix One Piece character races have been
Exposed.
Some characters are open to any ethnicity. So I want you to wonder, which characters do you think are open to any ethnicity?
I
read
know
it.
for a fact which races are supposed to be which, actually, because I read the manga.
Okay,
And-
well I've got that list right here.
The author
So-
came out in a questionnaire or
I've got it
Q&A
right here.
and said what they
Volume
are.
56 Q&A segment of the manga.
Ah, there we go.
Luffy, Brazilian. Zolo, Japanese. Nami from Sweden. Usopp from Africa. Sanji from France. Chopper, who's going to be CGI, from Canada. Robin from Russia. Frankie from the US. And Brooke from Austria. Now, if they cast these characters so far, which ones do you think the casting race is open to anybody?
I read it.
Ding, 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 ding. The white ones.
Yeah, I was just say probably Nami, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brooke.
Everybody. Luffy.
So
Sure,
those
why not?
here.
Well, they don't
No.
like Brazilians either.
Luffy's still Brazilian.
No, yes. So this is a rumor, or whatever. It seems the possibility of Nami being a black woman is increasing steadily as the nationalities and descriptions of the main characters for the live-action Netflix One Piece have been exposed. You know what? I want her to be Middle Eastern, full hijab. I think that would be an
I
appropriate.
want her to be that just so we can see a ginger with dark skin.
Oh no, she's a ginger. No. Good
Well,
luck.
Right here,
there
Nami.
goes any chance of her being white.
Yeah, I was gonna say nope.
Ginger Holocaust continues.
Is Jinbei the shark guy?
Yeah.
So the only these characters right here have been they are in the leak or whatever. Okay, so the other characters and Jinbei and all them, they're not featured in here so far as I saw. Of course, I actually read the Nichiban article and not the Sankaku Complex article, but this is a much hotter picture than the one Nichiban shows, so I'm giving you guys my candy.
Honestly, it looks better than Eiichiro Oda's art. Of
Yes.
Nami.
I was going to say, it's the first time Nami's been hot.
Yeah. Actually, oddly enough, I agree because Ichiro Oda, man, his women are just, they look kind of weird. from
They
certain
have
angles.
the exaggerated hourglass, so they look really weird.
And their tits are just huge. And it was relatively tame when it first started out. Her boobs
Yeah,
were
you
like
see the
normal.
evolution of, what is it,
And then
Nami?
it's like,
from
just
the
her mammary
start
glands
to-
just exploded. And it's just
So-
like,
I've just realized, I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I really need to make the short for the, about when Eiichiro Oda, or who was it? No, it wasn't Oda. It was the guy from Love Hina. talked about, oh yeah, my old pal Kentaro Miura just died. That pervert used to send me faxes every time my main characters got up to something lewd. Or like,
What?
you don't remember that? He talked about that. We gotta make a short about that with a fax coming in that has like some Japanese emoji on it. Anyway, all right. So the nationalities and descriptions of the main characters for the live-action Netflix One Piece have been exposed, with Nami and Sanji being labeled as open to any ethnicity, and sure to have some finding such a detail to be strange.
I think this whole article can honestly be summed up as, this is going to be a Netflix adaptation. What do you expect?
Yeah. So the nationality, age, and description for Luffy, Zolo, Nami, Usopp, and Sanji was released online by website Illuminati. And if it is to be believed, the setting for the Netflix series may be around the Bharati arc. That's the restaurant, right?
Yeah, I believe so. If it's
So
should
the
be.
character descriptions, which may have One Piece fans feeling concerned, with Nami and Sanji being labeled as open to any ethnicity. Luffy is described as a 17-year-old Brazilian man. Hey, he ain't a man yet if he's 17.
Yeah.
The lead protagonist. He has big dreams, an eagerness for adventure, and a desire for whatever treasure he can get his hands on. Luffy is driven by his youthful enthusiasm and uninhibited optimism.
Wait, what?
Is uninhibited optimism?
No, I heard his drive for treasure or whatever that he can get his hands on, which
yeah.
isn't accurate to his character. That's Nami.
His desire for whatever treasures he can get his hands on.
That's more like food. I mean, he doesn't care about money. He cares about getting his hands on any kind of food that he can.
A grand total of literally 0. One Piece. So
yeah, he could give less of a fuck about treasure.
Luffy is driven by his youthful enthusiasm and uninhibited optimism. Combined with his raw desire for success, Luffy is fated to be a leader despite being unproven. Okay. Luffy wishes, more Luffy here. Luffy wishes for family, and his infectious optimism helps him turn strangers into fast friends, inspiring them to follow him. His moral virtue and steadfast beliefs clash with the corrupt system clinging to the past. Luffy will start a legacy with his quest to create change, but change.org. but first, he must defeat enemies from the past and present. Zolo is described as an 18-year-old Asian man. Oh, he's not Japanese anymore. A gifted fighter wandering through life and in need of encouragement and direction. Those Asians are always needing some encouragement. You bring dishonor on your family. Zolo gets through life doing whatever passionless or questionable work is available, no matter how distasteful, as long as it puts money in his pockets. His main interests are his weapons and a stiff drink with no interest in small talk. However, with his crew behind him and trials ahead, Zolo will find the urge to prove himself the greatest of all. Nami is listed as 19 years old and open to any ethnicity. Described as a lone wolf who likes it that way, she moves quicker on her own and never lets anyone get too close.
Dude, that sentence sounds really interesting when you say open to any ethnicity as her preference, not the race.
Nami is.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Yeah, Nami is listed as a 19-year-old whore, open to any ethnicity. Described as a lone wolf who likes it that way. She moves quicker on her own and never lets anyone get too close. Normally the smartest in the room, she doesn't take direction well and would rather create her own path. Driven by her own desire. You know what? It's going to be funny when Chloe Bennett or whatever her name was from Powerpuff Girls gets cast as Nami.
Nah, I doubt it.
Yeah. Driven by her own desire for exploration, Nami will stop at nothing to achieve her goal. Nami is sardonic and sarcastic, using her tough exterior to hide the pain in her past. Nami keeps her cards close to the vest, but a secret being revealed to threaten to destroy everything she's worked for. She's black. Okay.
Is that a plot point to the actual manga?
Which part?
The
Like
secret
her,
being
the
revealed?
secret and whatnot? Because if not, that sounds oddly like they're trying to jockey her into being the main character.
I mean, she has
Yes,
a
somewhat.
past, but I mean,
Yeah, she has a past.
Like I said, I don't know anything about One Piece, so I'm just saying, like,
XJAV.
But,
I mean, this is Netflix we're talking about, so I wouldn't be surprised if they.
I mean, that's
her deep dark secret is she's actually trans.
Again, this is Netflix.
Mhm.
yeah. So all the characters, to be clear, have somewhat interesting backstories. So they all got weird past to deal with. I mean, it's kind of a meme in One Piece. Like they've all have these just tragic backstories, really. So it's up to
It's tragic, really.
yeah.
Jason South says Luffy going to be a BLM activist fighting the tired old corrupt system. Jason South, how's life in Australia right now? I hear that there's a gun to your head and a boot on your neck right now at this very moment. Is that true?
Well, if there is, he's not going to give you an honest answer.
It's just going to be like, no, everything is perfect in rainbows. So Usopp is described as a 17-year-old black man. Usopp is an inventive storyteller and hopeless romantic. Although his mouth tends to get him into trouble, his tales of adventure hide his cowardice. Usopp is an innovative problem solver and has a technical mind that helps him escape numerous sticky situations. You never take me alive, coppers. Sanji is listed as 19 years old and open to any ethnicity. Described as flawlessly dressed and charmingly flirtatious, Sanji believes that how one presents themselves to the world differentiates the average from the exceptional. Nothing is too rich for Sanji as long as one finds pleasure from it. He does not take criticism lightly. Sanji is always learning and evolving, but he is in need of a push to find the next adventure that can bring new experiences and inspirations into his life.
I can't wait till they make the Netflix version of Sanji. Like his flirtatiousness is, oh, hello, fine human being.
He's going to be Milady. Tips Fedora.
Dude, they're gonna make it so politically correct and do I have consent to grasp your shoulder, lady? There or something like that.
It's
I find
male.
it funny that the two as far as these descriptions gone, Usopp and Shanji are the most perverted characters, but they're gonna make them the black characters.
oh no.
And so, and so, what FDM says is probably where it's gonna go. They can't make them perverted because they're black.
That's too bad.
And so they're gonna be boring.
Anyway, this is just about the stuff we just read about the actual races here. The Netflix One Piece series will commence sometime this year. That's filming. Sorry, filming for the live-action One Piece series will commence sometime this year. So I guess we're going to cover more of it. Can't wait to watch the Cowboy Bebop train wreck. Any more thoughts?
Nope.
Greenline, did you watch
there's one right there.
Pickups? Yeah,
I would. Thank the Lord. I was like, anytime now. Anytime. Anytime.
I just want to get to the live action news before I jump back.
Right, and I didn't. So, is there any way we could edit this to be like in with everybody else's pickups, or are we just going to roll it straight?
We're just
We're just going to roll it straight.
Damn it. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, this is like out of order.
It's fine.
So I got.
Actually, let me pause you for a minute.
Yeah.
Recently, so real quick. Sorry to cuck you once more. So as I'm trying to work through this podcast short for the Speed Racer Head, I was looking for any moment when when I know that Augie and FDM both have it. And I was looking for moments where it would have shown up in pickups based on when it was released and podcasts that happened immediately after that and then going forward. And I got to tell you, occasionally we do pickups at the end of the show. So apparently for the older series. So go ahead.
So Lance, eat your heart out. This is the 1/4 scale freeing B-style Urza Scarlet figure.
No wonder you're selling him the other figure because you're like, bitch, I got this now.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I'm. So there's that, and then I got from eBay Burnham Scramble from Genion, I believe.
Aha! You finally got your vengeance on your purchase.
So, as Funimation saying, I bought this from Amazon, but it only came with the 1 disc and not the 3.
Oof.
So, Greenline got major cucked of his own stupidity and shouldn't have gone to Amazon. But, for my films, I have the illustrious, beautiful Castle in the Sky with, I think, Luke Skywalker? Mark Hamill's? Yeah, he's in this.
Yeah, he's the bad guy, I believe.
Bad guy.
He's the
Bad
villain.
guy.
Oh, that's some beauty right there.
The third.
That's
Steelbook.
back in theaters, by the way.
It is?
I love. That's a beautiful steelbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'd like to remind the audience once more that we were instrumental in that steelbook becoming a thing.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
I'm going to see it in theaters in like 2 weeks for. I missed it the first time it was in theaters. Sadly, I was very very sad about that. So I'm going to see that in theaters.
They put up with Monica Real and Mocking Key, and then my roommate is a cat with a matte slipcover. I guess I didn't realize that.
You got that at a good time because the re-release just got solicited. And
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's something that's one of my tabs, my many tabs tonight.
Gintama, parts 1 or series 3, part 1, and series 3, part 2. I don't know why they did this. Funimation, why? Why did you license the middle of it? Or Crunchyroll, or whoever it was that licensed it.
Crunchyroll dubbed that part. I think that was their attempt at like, oh, we're gonna start dubbing Gintama. No, Funimation obviously only released that part because it was the only dubbed part,
Right.
and also because Crunchyroll was part of that part.
Why did
Then
they?
they just paused.
Yeah.
I think Sentai had the first series, like the first.
They
Yeah.
did. And they also had the movie, which has a third dub. And I say third because the first season got an English dub, a third separate dub on Hulu.
That's weird. I don't know if they're ever going to finish it. Anyways, Recovery of an MMO Junkie, the slipcase original version, which I'm happy to
I
get.
like that one. I like that one. It has alternate artwork underneath.
Ah.
I still haven't picked that up.
Like you-
And for my Sentai pickups, I have. Sorry, this is going to be just a quick minute. Orphan. Standard Blu-ray.
Such
True
a
Love
shame.
Rue. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this. Cover it up with my hand.
Thank you.
I don't
and
think
then-
it matters because the glare from your laptop is blocking
Yeah.
everything from
Oh,
showing
I'm
up.
sorry. Can you
That's
Monster Musume Steelbook,
Steelbook.
and then No Game No Life Steelbook.
Nice.
Real nice Steelbook. So I'm
Got
building
the
my
series in
Steelbook collection.
Yep.
And then for some reason, my dumbass didn't realize I got 1 Bleach set 3 and 2 apparently Bleach set 3, which I didn't even
Oh.
realize.
I've made that mistake.
So
Where'd you get it from? Amazon?
no, Right Stuff.
Oh.
So I must have double clicked accidentally or something,
Yeah.
and then part 4. I usually don't do that. For the record, I don't usually.
I'm usually not a complete idiot.
I did that with Bakano's first novel by accident.
I did that with One Punch Man Premium Edition Season 1.
Oh.
And then I
It's
have.
usually easy to just return it, but you have to pay the shipping to get to return it.
Yeah.
Usually
that's
easier
fine.
to just find a poor sap to sell it to.
Hey, Brad. No. Tana Never Falls in Love, the limited edition.
I've been waiting for that to go on sale from the Sentai sale forever, but then I went into turbo budget mode, so good job, me.
And then finally, last thing, guys, I'm so sorry. Sword Art Online, War of Underworld, or as I like to say, War of Underwear. But
Season 3, Part 2, is that what it is?
yeah, I like to think of it as Season 4, but yeah, Season 3, Part 2.
So with that,
there's-
I would like to ask a quick question, everybody. I'm working on. I'm going through all the timestamps, and I found one that I think would make an excellent shirt. But I need the appropriate style of artist for this one. It's Death by 1,000 Sluts.
Yeah.
I think I need some. I need a commission from the kind of artist that used to do like the He-Man, like Conan the Barbarian style, like painter drawings. I need something good for that. Death by 1,000 Sluts. Anyway, if anybody knows,
sounds so bad.
Yeah. So
Every
are
time.
we good to move on?
Every
I'd like
time.
to address Jason South. Thank goodness, is totally fine.
Wink,
No
wink.
authoritarianism in Australia. It's all fake news. That's good to hear.
Fake news.
Sanjay's definitely open to any ethnicity. Fucking funny, right? All right. So, streaming news. Funimation is gonna be putting Prince of Tennis up for some reason.
Mhm.
Episodes that haven't previously come out over here, even. So,
No, they
yeah.
exclusively are putting episodes that haven't come out, and then apparently Viz is putting their first 50 episodes on Hulu.
Hulu.
They're
Correct.
still streaming on Hulu.
Oh,
It still has a license for those.
The point is that the dub and sub version, because it was dubbed by Viz or whatever, episodes 1 through 50, that's all that got released over here previously, is still on Hulu. But Funimation is now getting 51 through 75, and Prince of Tennis 2, and Prince of Tennis 2 OVAs, and Prince of Tennis 2 OVAs versus Genius 10, whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, so that's the thing.
so you're telling me, Rhys, that Viz still has Prince of Tennis, and they've just been cucking us by not re-releasing it?
Something like that, yeah.
So, Sony finalized this Crunchyroll acquisition. We have covered this, but I saw something here that I thought was kind of interesting. I think we're just going to read everything below this. Yeah, okay, we'll just try. A few months after the announcement of the intended merger, a United States antitrust probe was started against Sony and could have possibly stopped the merger. The results of the antitrust probe are still forthcoming, but Sony has persisted with the merger regardless.
Huh.
Sony's response to the probe has allegedly been to extol their competitors Netflix and HiDive as examples of how they wouldn't be gaining any unfair market dominance.
I thought.
Sony has also asked that the Justice Department not distinguish anime from other animation marketed towards adults. This would make Disney Plus a potential competitor, as it would imply shows like The Simpsons would qualify as a direct competitor to the anime streaming market. The desire to purchase Crunchyroll and dominate the Western anime market comes at a time where Sony's computer entertainment division is reportedly losing their goodwill in the Japanese market after moving their headquarters to California from Japan. Our video partner, Welfare Walrus, whoever the fuck that is, goes into greater detail about Sony's estrangement from the domestic market in a recent video, which you can watch here. Anyway. With the merger finished, it seems unlikely the government is willing to stop the merger between two of the largest anime streaming services. So, yep. Interesting how that works. Sony's like, yeah, ain't no way they're going to not take that $1 million bribe, you know? Anyway. All right, so Brady Hartel posted this. Well, it happened. Crunchyroll.
That's the thing he was saying months ago as well.
Crunchymation. And then I thought I would share this one I found. In a decade from now, Fun Roll Die Crush V Who B Go Tech Media.
The fuck?
All a subsidiary of Disney.
It's a
Oh, yeah, it's right there,
High
Disney's.
Dive, Retro Crush,
Yeah, this one.
Hulu,
Don't forget the
Tubi,
final
Crackle,
one.
Netflix. What's ARIA Go?
What
and
in
then
Knuckles? What?
I love it. All a subsidiary of Disney. Love it.
Yeah. Right.
Where's yours on Prime? Oh, that's what I am. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So Slam Dunk teases more 3-pointers. So there's a Slam Dunk movie. We talked about this previously. There's nothing really more to say other than don't forget this is the thing. All right. So, you guys remember they're making an animated Super Mario Brothers movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
the 3D one that's by
Yeah.
the Despicable Me
The
studio.
Lumitoon? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Illumination.
Illumination, yeah. So on a YouTube show, this guest was asked what he was doing for the rest of the day, and he replied that he had a recording session for voice work for the Super Mario Brothers movie, and that he's playing a character named Spike, their boss. So apparently, before they were called Super Mario Brothers, there was a completely different game that featured the same sprites as of Mario and Luigi style guys, and there was a character in it named Spike who was the boss of the plumbing guild or whatever. So apparently, they're going deep into the lore of this movie.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Anyway, I'm not really going to read the rest of it. My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission anime film jumps 200% higher in box office over Heroes Rising, which is interesting to me because it still only made a second place debut, couldn't quite get past Fast and Furious 9.
Hey, family's strong.
Wow. I can't wait to see this movie in October or November.
Yeah,
I can.
I'm going to have to force Dan to go see it. 1 million viewers in just 1 week. Surely it's wonderful. All right, so I saw this. I highlighted some stuff here I thought you guys might find interesting. Tattoos, murder, and a Totoro connection. Studio Ghibli reveals secrets of Princess Mononoke. So Princess Mononoke was recently shown on TV in Japan again, and Studio Ghibli's Twitter account offered an opportunity for people to tweet questions to them, which they answered on the show after it was over. So somebody asked, what was the hardest scene to animate? And they said, the scene right at the start of the movie where the Tatarigami attacks the village, aside from a few CG parts, all of it is hand-drawn. You know, this scene. Drawing the snake-like tentacles in the creature's body, which are on screen for 2 minutes and 10 seconds, took 1 year and 7 months.
Jesus.
Princess Mononoke was the first Ghibli movie with any significant use of computer-generated visuals, and the studio added, I don't know why this isn't highlighted anymore, but I'll just read it. From the desks of the CG staff in the studio, there's a house you can see outside the window. The staff saw the house get torn down, rebuilt, and the family moved back in, all while they were still working on the CG for the sequence where Tatarigami's eye gets pierced by an arrow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how long it took.
That's crazy.
So one question asked, one person asked if there was any special meaning behind the red makeup that San wears on her cheeks and forehead.
No.
And Ghibli said that there's no special symbolism to them, but they mentioned they aren't actually makeup, they're tattoos.
She's part of the crime life now.
Should let me get a job at McDonald's.
And then if you ever wondered how Ghibli produced the unforgettable rattle of the Kodama Forest Spirits, they used wooden castanets with the logic that spirits of the forest should have wood-based sounds. And in another sound engineering tidbit, when asked which scene's sound effects presented a challenge, producer Toshio Suzuki said he was particularly proud of the duel between San and Eboshi, since they made sure that Eboshi's metallic sword sounded different than San's bone-based dagger. When released internationally, Princess Mononoke boldly left half of its left half of its title untranslated from the original Japanese version, Mononoke Hime. But the movie almost had a completely different title, even in Japan. Miyazaki's original concept for the film, which he first came up with back in 1980, was a sort of feudal Japan version of Beauty and the Beast, centered on a large cat-like monster and a human girl, the monster princess Mononoke Hime. In time, the vision for the film changed to what Princess Mononoke eventually became, and Miyazaki himself wanted to change the title to Ashitaka Seki, or The Legend of Ashitaka. So why didn't Miyazaki, whose dedication to his artistic preferences is legendary, get his way? Because
Ashitaka no
Ghibli
joke.
producer Toshio Suzuki leaked the Mononoke Hime working title to weekly Japanese TV movie program Kinyo Roadshow, after which the studio just decided to roll with it.
Wow.
Yep. So I heard a rumor that the very last Kodama that appears in the ending grows up to become Totoro. But is that true? To which Ghibli replied, during production, it seems that Miyazaki said something along those lines to the staff. So there you have it, folks. I don't know. It's not a definite yes, but whatever.
Crap, now I have to buy Totoro just for continuity in the collection. God damn it. I hated that movie.
Which version?
I don't know which one I
Fox
watched.
version or Dakota Fanning version?
Probably the Disney one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Disney one. So
But granted, I watched it early on, so I might have watched it subbed. I can't remember.
I saw it in theaters, dubbed as a child. So
Well, aren't you lucky?
Hideaki Anno discusses continuing Evangelion. So I guess we're never going to do that watch club. So with the conclusion of the final Neon Genesis Evangelion movie, titled Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.01 Thrice Upon a Time, fans believed the 25-year-old series was finished. But in two recent interviews, Evangelion creator Hideaki Anno mentioned returning to his Hideaki Anno mentioned returning to this world to tell more stories. Hideaki first mentioned a 14-year gap between the stories, a period of time he wished to explore. There's always the 14-year gap in the story, so in some form, I want to shed light into that. This is in reference to the time skips first seen in Evangelion 3.0 You Cannot Redo film. However, Hideaki tempered fans' expectations in that they aren't likely to see such stories told anytime soon. I don't feel the need to see Shinji and other characters anytime soon. Fuck those guys.
Well,
But
you won't be
that
seeing
doesn't mean
you won't be seeing Shinji, that's for sure.
But that
What?
doesn't mean I don't want to see them ever again. There might come a time when I meet them again. Okay. Live action movie.
Buy a new house.
In Evangelion. Was that?
I said there might come a time when I meet them again when he needs to buy a new house.
Right. Hideaki Anno hasn't given a firm date as to when all the Evangelion characters can be seen again, but hopefully the ending to Thrice Upon a Time will provide a satisfying conclusion, at least for now. Well, I don't know. You tell me. I agree with Dan. All right, here it is, guys. Here's where Ava's going. Evangelion gets an upgrade for its third Shinkalion crossover. There it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Remember, it's canon. All right, so Komi Can't Communicate TV anime lines up in October 6th premiere. Rhys, you going to be watching this?
Probably. Why?
Because she's fine?
Whoa.
Then we got this clown with these giant-ass feet like she belongs in goddamn Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Look at how tiny these feet are. Look at this monster.
You know what they say about big feet?
She's got a big dick, yeah.
Exactly.
These look like the shoes that they wear in the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, the rocket shoes?
Yeah, they're like strapping. Oh. I'm just saying the thigh gap on Komi, you can't even communicate it.
Oh, God.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway,
Hold on, go back to that.
Wait. Are those
The
like
thigh-
new?
Oh my.
Are those like the ones above her? Are they like? She's supposed to be the main character, right?
yeah.
Oh, then why do they have like 3 other characters in front of her?
These are the additional cast members that have been revealed.
Oh, okay, all right.
So there's these 3, and then these are the original
Ones they've already revealed. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Japan doesn't do him dirty like that. All right, so ARIA the Benedizione reveals a premiere date and a new promo and more. So once again, just reminding you, you've all been cucked on your Kickstarter for the. Oh dear God!
I mean, not really.
Is
Rhys,
that
you getting this Nendroid?
Is that a child or
Wasn't the
a
Kickstarter though
grandson?
for everything that's already been made
Yeah, so
for
you
Aria?
create Aria, and then you get it, and it's like, hey, we used the popularity that we proved it had to get a new one greenlit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say we got cucked in the Kickstarter, considering that when the Kickstarter was made, that was everything.
That was
Well, as
yeah.
somebody who hasn't watched any of Aria and was looking forward to having just got it completed, so he didn't have to get any more, I was cucked.
I just
Unless Right Stuff
sometimes feel like that word is thrown around a little too liberally these days.
Unless Right Stuff decides.
Well,
to do
on this
kinda like
podcast, yes.
So Anohana is getting a 10th anniversary event to feature a sequel story set 10 years after the anime. So I don't believe, I haven't read this yet, I don't believe it's going to be a sequel anime, though.
It's
Sequel
probably just going to be a
story.
reading, like a reading of a scenario.
So the sequel story, the Anohana, the flower we saw that day, director Tatsuyuki Nagai teased back in July, may actually be a reality. Remember, this is when he said, well, when we saw how fast it sold out and how many people there were, we couldn't not do a sequel, right? So in a way, during the 10th anniversary celebration of the series in Chichibu, it was revealed that a reading of a new story written by series director Mario Okada will be staged that featured the Super Peace Busters 10 years after the anime series. Okay, I read that like a champ. The reading will be part of the Anohana 10 Years After Festival in the setting of the story Chichibu and will be performed by the original voice actors from the series. The event will be staged on October 28th, exactly a decade after the events that were depicted in the series. The event will also be streamed live on Stage Crowd with tickets going up today. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Unless they're battling cancel culture, I don't want to hear about it. So Mario Okada, that's the creator of Makia. Yeah.
I don't know.
Rhys?
That movie, Makia?
All right.
Yeah,
well, I don't even know
Makia.
the
Yeah,
answer.
that's right. Makia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dan, if you haven't seen Anohana,
Oh, I've seen Anohana. That was a sad show. Like, Jesus. Right
these
in the
fuckers
field.
watch
I mean,
it.
is it if you know what's coming the whole time?
Yeah, I would say
like,
so. I mean,
How many times have you seen it, Dan?
once.
Okay, so I watched it like fucking 7 years ago, and I bought it, and I didn't watch the show again until we did the Watch Club last year. And I dreaded rewatching it, but I loved the show. Rewatch was so easy.
No, well, that makes sense. I mean, it was a good show. I liked it. I just thought it was really.
Absolutely.
So
I thought it was sad. I mean, I don't know.
It's sad.
She freaking died. It sucks.
But that's
this
like
is
the intro.
The show Tucker.
No, I know that. I'm just saying that's a sad premise.
It hits you right where it means to hit you. It did its job, in my opinion.
So regarding the picture show Tucker with the funny Crunchyroll, right? Fuck you, Nichibon. Fuck that cursed image. Random Woman says, I was going to say it seemed too quick for the governor to finish approving it. Sorry, the government. Spike was also a character in the original movie, too. One of the henchmen guys. Yes, but because he referred to himself as the boss, I think he's got to be. They showed a picture of the guy you're referring to in that article, by the way, because there's actually a couple of characters in the Mario lore named Spike. Legendary Anime JP fan 2. Yes, I have seen your post in the group page, which you went on to link, but unfortunately I can't click on this link here, but other people can. So go ahead and click on it, check it out. You're always welcome to post. Neon Genesis Evangelion the movie was outstanding. I'm glad to hear
Which
that. I really
one?
love to sit down and rewatch
The newest one,
show.
probably.
What's that?
The newest one.
Well, the one he linked here. Oh, you talking about? Obviously, he's talking about the most recent one, of course.
Yep.
It was good. I'm glad you guys like it. They squeak as she walks. Who's talking about Komi's thighs?
And then maybe the big shoes.
Oh, the shoes, yeah. I
Uh,
like when my head went to the thighs. Also, apparently Aria is amazing, and I should sit down and watch it. Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 has it for PlayStation 2. Makio was Okada. Clanad, that is all. Okay.
I hear that's a sad one too. I haven't seen it though.
Dude,
Yeah, I know.
this is how I describe Clanad. Clanad literally reaches into your chest
dude.
and rips your heart out, and then it holds it in front of your face for a few episodes, and then it crushes it, squirting your own blood all over you. But then it takes a new heart, sticks it in your chest, and sews you back up, and pats you on the head and gives you a lollipop and calls it good.
Dude, you were about to describe it the exact way that I described it, is what I thought. I say, your heart is torn out, but by the end of the series, your heart is sewn back into your chest.
No. See, I think that's wrong. At the risk of spoiling it, I think what happens is that it is so fucking brutal that when they give you what they starve you. So when they throw a little crumb your way, you gobble that shit up, right? Because that ending is some bullshit from a storytelling point of view.
Mhm.
But oh god, you are bawling and like trying to get through your sea of tears and snot. So you'll accept it because it's the only way you're going to go back to normal life and not be a mess who slits their wrist that night. You know?
That's kind of like the thing I was saying with Steins Gate, is that there was some weird stuff that's kind of like, sure, man, but it's like it's necessary, because without it, you'd just hate yourself and end life.
Treading on thin ice here. I'm not sure what this is a reference to. Probably the spoilers I'm giving. Anyway, so Tomihiko Morimi's Tatami Time Machine. Tatami Time Machine Blues novel gets an anime adaptation by Science Saga.
Oh, he didn't like the ending. He didn't like your describing of the ending.
No. So what I'm saying about the ending is that look, I took that ending as the greatest ending for that series ever. But what I'm saying is, if you look at it objectively, from a storytelling
It's an
point of
asshole.
view, it's kind of like, oh, that was a bad season. The first episode of the next season, all the characters wake up because it was a bad dream, kind of thing. It's kind of a bullshit cop-out ending, but like
Without it, then you'd hate yourself.
Yeah,
I
said, you'd have slit your wrist if you didn't finish it and get the ending. Anyway,
Yeah, this is the Tatami Galaxy series.
yes.
So
there's a new anime from the continuation novel.
Yep.
Continuing, Ganbare Doukichan Twitter manga gets a web anime adaptation. So you went from Twitter to still on the web. Great, good for you. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say about it. Moving on. All right. This is really fucking weird. Okay? Really fucking weird. Yes, stare at his eyes. Okay. I'm just going to show you these outfits.
looks like it's ripping off the shop system for the Odeon gear.
Dude. That's what your mind says. When I look at this, I'm like, why are these soccer players wearing Shibari rope bondage?
I was going to go say Tron, but okay.
So the thing is, they're all wearing these weird outfits, right? You're like, that's kind of weird. Then you watch the trailer and like, oh, I guess it's a little less weird when you realize that they're wearing it underneath their uniforms or whatever.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
the redhead, I'd like to point out, at least from Greenline's perspective, looks like a woman until you look at the body, and it's like, wait a minute,
Yes.
I'm being baited.
Yes,
Oh.
that is quite the trap. Let's...
Like
Safe
even from
that,
everyone was
not
like,
safe.
oh yeah, she's a hottie. And I'm like, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
by the
that's
way,
a
somebody
dude.
bought the Nin Nin shirt from One Punch Man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, happy to see that somebody appreciated that. Okay, so I'm going to read to you the description here. After a disastrous defeat at the 2018 World Cup, Japan's team struggles to regroup. But what's missing? An absolute ace striker who can guide them to the win. The Japan Football Union is hell-bent on creating a striker who hungers for goals and thirsts for victory, and who can be the decisive instrument in turning around a losing match. I don't know where the word big came in there. And to do so, they've gathered 300 of Japan's best and brightest youth players who will emerge to lead the team, and will they be able to out-muscle and out-ego everyone who stands in their way? Okay, so that was no mention of the flame eyes or the fact that they're playing against like a computer simulation. Or at one point, the main character's head starts becoming puzzle pieces that come. What is going on in this show? Animation looks fucking great, by the way. Oh, I'll watch that shit. Also, nearly all of the staff are from Haikyuu, so it can't possibly not be good. Moving on. If anybody want to talk about the Shibari Rope Bondage Boys?
Not really, but I'm sure the Jinchi artist does have a field day with it.
So, Rusted Armor's Dawn TV anime announces its January 2022 premiere. So, you'll remember I brought this up before. It's a CG anime based on a weird stage play, and I only thought it looked cool because I realized that if he puts his sword in the sheath, it becomes an actual trigger for the gun that this is. So I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. But this just looks like How to Draw Manga Volume 13, and you've failed art school because it's 3D. Anyway, here's the stage play it's based on. Okay, The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. Coming January 2022. So I'd like to watch this. That girl reminds me of Amelia.
Sounds like a ripoff of the How the Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Amelia here with the side boob and the Isekai Quartet style artwork.
I'm getting some Another World in my smartphone vibes, and by that I mean take the plot of Konosuba and make it worse.
I will still watch it in 1,000 years. Vinland Saga TV anime director says
does that imply you don't like Konosuba? Because Konosuba was amazing.
No. It's the inverse, Dan. Konosuba is the good one. Smartphone takes Konosuba's plot and makes it stupid because it's like you can have one specific thing. It's like, okay, yeah, let's just take that. God, Ramble 11's comment distracted me. Let's just take that one, specific element from Konosuba that's like, yeah, you can get one thing. It's like, I want my smartphone. I'm like, wow, you do the most Zoomer thing possible. How are you going to charge that thing? Which you're probably going to use magic, but
what
either
about
way.
the network? Where you're going? There's no network there.
Yeah, and
How does that work?
So he's going to get into the other world, and you just see, like, the covers, like, taking selfies, and I'm like, oh!
It works
who
because
keeps
he
hosting
asked
that
God
shit?
to make it work. He's like, God was like, hey, you can have anything. Can I have my smartphone? Yeah, sure. Will it work? Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure what this
It's
is.
dumb. I only watched like the first couple episodes, but that's how it worked. Is that he asked God to make it
I
work.
have yet to even watch it, and I hate it.
It was lame.
I'm not 100% sure what this is in reference to, but if this is still in reference to Clannad, I'm going to invite you to watch a live stream I did with Duo called an impromptu discussion about Clannad and Ichi the Killer. And that was, I had just watched Clannad, so it was really fresh, and I gave all my thoughts there. Yeah, just a minute. Anyway, let me get to the Rhys. I'm going to have you take over when we get to the right stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, can you do that now? Can we just jump into release news real quick? I gotta watch the vlog real quick.
Shit, hold on.
Sorry. Let's do the Vinland.
I can't. Hold on.
See, this is how Greenline
I think-
feels when the podcast is like 5 minutes before anything, and he gets notified, and I just feel really embarrassed because I
Okay,
haven't been ready.
I don't think I can.
Allow me to point out that I did say right here, I said, copy message link.
Let the record show.
Gonna paste that shit. So, I did say. Now, I didn't tag everybody because I thought, oh, that would be annoying to tag everybody. Just a heads up, I'm feeling like shit tonight, but I'm still trying to make a show happen. So, I did say that at 3:33 p.m. Just throwing that out there. That was like a 4-hour window. And Random 11, thank you for being the one to promote. Anyway, so yeah, so I apologize. I honestly wasn't going to do a show tonight, but then I was like, fuck, I'm probably not going to do a show next week. I got to do it. But I feel much better. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys.
We'll shoot
You
the
guys
shit.
ass thing out there.
We'll shoot the shit.
Actually, you guys can just talk about whatever if you want. You don't have to jump into right stuff. I'm just going to walk the dog across the street for a second to take a hit.
Okay, go
My
for
wife
it.
doesn't want to do it alone because of the.
Gonna-
I'll be back.
I'm going to take my dog out back and insert phrase here.
Harsh.
The thing we didn't cut out after you said insert. That'd be weird.
Well, no. It has nothing to do with that. It has more to do with like a certain weapon.
So yeah. So I was going to, but when I hit the like the next tab, like now it's gone through, but it's like it was taking like 5 minutes for the next tab window just to even pop open. So it's like I almost have to restart my computer or something. But so what have you guys been watching lately?
I've only watched a single episode of Black Company.
Oh,
I've been watching Samurai Pizza Cats and loving every fucking minute of it.
Oh, that brings back memories.
As
I watched that shit
background
as a kid.
noise, though. So
I watched 2 episodes of Black Lagoon tonight.
nice, good for Rhys.
Yeah, I'm
Unlike me, who's super fucking far behind.
making progress. I watched episodes 9 and 10.
You're doing better than me, Greenline.
That's true.
I've been watching. I caught up on the shows that I have been watching lately,
Nice.
is like Black Company, Slime. Jesus Christ! Why did I click that?
I've been catching up on Full Dive.
Oh, I need
Oh
to
yeah,
do
Full
that.
Dive.
Yeah. How many
I think that's-
episodes are there going to be? Because it seems like from the
Well-
look of it, it's like 12 or 13. 12 or 13?
Yeah.
12?
12.
If,
I think it's
Oh
12.
my
It's
gosh, yeah.
done. It's done airing. So
yeah, I'm watching the English dub.
yeah, I was gonna say this. I think they've just put up like the episode 11 or.
Oh, they're going to cuck me on the ending, aren't they? Have you watched it?
I mean, I've watched it as like I watched the subs, so I've seen everything. So
Do they
That
cuck
ended,
you on
like-
the ending? Is the ending kind of like, fuck you?
uh,
Go
I'm
read
ass-
the light novel or manga. and
go basically yeah.
Well, I'm
Fuck
assuming
that.
that's just going to be inconclusive anyway, but my
Yeah.
assumption is season 2 when type deal.
Yeah,
Right. I'm not
I
saying
don't-
it's good enough to warrant a season 2, but I
something
enjoyed
like
it
that. I
overall.
don't think they would be able to finish it off in a full like a single
Well,
season
yeah.
unless
It's
it was
such
an
a-
anime original.
Such a big idea. Such a long-winded idea. It's like, defeat the freaking game.
Yeah. And I also watched a little bit of Toonami's premiere of Fena and the Pirate Princess, or Fena the Pirate Princess, excuse me,
How's
which is
that?
actually decent. I was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be shit. Oh, this doesn't look half bad.
Is that full episode length or is it like a half episode thing?
It's a full episode length. If you mean like 20 minutes or so, it's
Yeah.
about that size.
Hold up. I
It takes
lied.
up the half-hour time slot.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I lied. I actually watched all of The Way of the House Husband yesterday. Because
Oh.
it was literally took like an hour to finish because they're 15-minute episodes and there's only 5. But like someone on Twitter was like, "Man, this show's good." And I'm like, "Damn it, I want to check that out.
Yeah, I
So-
wanted to check it out, and I learned that it's like 15-minute episodes and like flash animation almost. It's like that kind of went down in priority.
Yeah.
The animation really doesn't matter in this one, at least. But like, it's all about the jokes and the absurdity about like all these mundane things are being done by this big former Yakuza tough guy, and like he's still got his Yakuza mentality for everything, and he's always got that look on it. It's like, can I get a rewards card, please? And stuff like that.
Right.
So he's like, does it show him like cutting into something, but it doesn't show you what he's cutting into? He's got this really serious face, and he's just cutting an apple into a cricket or whatever it is.
Not quite, but like you'll see him covered in wine or whatever after his cat like knocked over, wine and stuff, and then he's like, it looks like he's covered in blood and everything, and then it's like, boss lady, I failed or whatever.
Uh-huh. What about you, Dan? What have you been watching?
Nothing.
Nothing. I've been working, you lazy bastards.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I mean, I have been working, but that's neither here nor there. I haven't really been watching anything.
That's important too.
Although I did I kind of told mentioned this on the chat earlier, but I caught Gargura's edgy Gargura's stream earlier today, where she sang 2 Sabaton songs, and she immediately became my favorite VTuber of all time.
Number 1.
Cool.
She was it was pretty funny.
I
She
think I like
basically
Kelly
spent the
Moore
whole
a little
stream
bit
like
more, but I
insulting
like
the
her.
chat.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Well,
that
all
was
right, guys. I will probably head out. I got to do some paperwork, but then I'll pop back in like 2 or 3 hours if you're still rolling with the podcast.
We probably are not going to be going for 2 or 3
Yeah,
hours.
we're going all
Okay.
speed run this time.
Sounds good. I will see you next week then,
have a
All right,
good one.
see you, Greenline.
and I will.
If we're
Catch you guys
hopefully we're streaming next week. But
What's up, Dan? You said oh.
No, I was gonna address Random 11's the Mystic Knights. Yes, I do remember Mystic Knights. It's like I don't remember much about it, but I do remember it. It was a weird show. They like try to make medieval Power Rangers. It's weird.
Oh, good. You're back, so I can leave. All right. I'm gonna take off. AC. Have a good night, and I will see you later. Connect
See
your
ya.
earpods.
have a good one.
Oh, God.
They're not quite connected.
Is
AC, you're
his
not.
mic not connected? I don't think. Hello.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. He looks like he's seen some shit.
What the fuck, man?
Apparently, I just muted
There you go.
myself on the actual mic. Okay. Goodbye, Greenline. I'm glad that you were here. Nice to see you. All right. Vinland Saga TV anime director says season 2 will have enough episodes for the right amount of story. Not a good sign. So Yabuda says season 2 plays a very important role in Vinland
I think it's a
Saga.
good sign. I
That's
think
what I
it's
was
a very
gonna
good
say.
sign.
Okay. So Vinland Saga TV anime director Shuhei Yabuda. I don't know how.
It's your Buddha.
Has been shared with fans about the production of the upcoming second season of the show, squashing rumors and all around alleviating fans' fears. Going to Twitter yesterday, Yabuda confirmed that the second season will have the right amount of episodes to correctly tell the story that will be shown. Okay. Thank you for following me.
Hopefully, it's another 24-episode season, and they can cover all of the
No.
Farmland arc, and then like
What-
the first part of the next arc.
I guarantee you it won't be 24 because the whole reason they're even saying enough episodes is because it's going to be probably like a random amount, like 15, 16 or something.
That's what I'm thinking.
I hope it's not that because they cannot put the farm arc into 16 episodes. It's have to be like 23, 20 or 22.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully they don't do us dirty.
Hopefully
Moving
they
on.
do.
You wanted to talk about this, Funimation?
Yeah, Heavy Object. This is the creator of a certain scientific railgun index. He made Heavy Object. So he's finally finishing something. And I liked Heavy Object. I hope this means a season 2. So that's kind of it. But I
vaguely recall that anime, Heavy Object.
Yeah, it's when they have these giant circular robots and stuff that I wouldn't say fight each other, but they basically have military battles. But I think it's good that he'll free up some space in his writing schedule. This says 20 volumes of just Heavy Object and Index Railgun.
Do you think
Accelerator are all ongoing, being written by him? It's like, holy crap, man! How do you live? How do you write?
Yeah. Do you think he's ghostwriting? Maybe he has ghostwriters.
Potentially, or maybe it just writes itself. I don't know.
Isn't this the guy who had 6 books come out in the same month or something?
Frick!
I don't know.
That's impressive.
We gotta look that up. So moving on, Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Go, Big Brother translation reverted. So I want to know.
Yes.
Is that how you want it translated, Big Brother?
No, it's reverted. That's why I'm saying yes.
So did they change it back to ni?
Yeah. Which, by the way, they say in this article that now that her. Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't remember her being that developed. So
how did she live long enough to get big boobs?
Exactly.
Udder, I get it.
Yeah, so Nini is the catchphrase of Sadako. For those of you who what?
He's saying big. Oh, I get it. Big udders. Okay.
So Sadako, her catchphrase is Nini, and they cringely translated it as Big Brother.
It sounds like she's saying the N-word, right?
No, that's my theory, but they for whatever reason they said apparently they tweeted about why they justified Big Brother, except they don't I don't think they show the tweets in this article, unfortunately, but they do show the justification of changing it.
I think it's right here, right?
Yeah, that's all of this whole chain of tweets. I might as well tell you what we learn as we read them, instead of just repeating what it's going to say.
So let me read it. Actually, let me run and grab a cold water from the fridge because I need one. I'll be right back.
A cold one.
Preferably over a hot one out of the refrigerator, because then you know that the refrigerator's not working anymore, and that's not good.
I might as well preface this with the article right here. A Funimation translator responsible for transforming Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Go's Japanese dialogue into a comprehensible English subtitle, that I misread that, has walked back on their decision to translate Sadako's famous Nini line into the criticized Big Brother, certain to have many disgruntled, or as the established line being changed in the first place. For those not familiar, Funimation's English subtitle version of Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Go's 9th episode swapped out Sadako's classic Nini, a pet name for her older brother, for Big Brother, generating backlash as the translator went on an unnecessarily long tirade about why their ridiculous translation was superior. The translator provided a short explanation after this reverting was spotted online, asserting she made the change after consulting professionals, and the revert was made back in May. So as we get into it,
real quick, this is about the sub. So
yes,
Not the dub.
As we're about to see, I sure did. No long thread for me this time, but too long didn't read. I now have learned no matter how terrible legacy terms are, changing one is a big decision and may not be to legacy audiences' benefit. Now it matches the dub, and when I heard that, I'm like, yes, I'm glad the dub didn't do the stupid translation, right?
So does the dub say Nini as well?
It must be saying Nini, because what is it? The Genion said Nini.
It did, right?
Yeah,
I watched it in Japanese.
Since they said they reverted it back, now it matches the dub. They must have said Nini. So I'm honestly thinking, after reading this article, that the subtitled translation is going to be way worse than the dub, like we're about to see. But this person is super self-righteous in thinking, my translating efforts are more accurate, and legacy terms are like, I'm assuming legacy terms means like, oh, it's dated, it's like blackface or something like that. But I don't know what the hell they mean by legacy terms. Nini is a legacy term.
Legacy, like previously defined, but maybe
right. Legacy means the one that was already established and used.
Yeah.
So
like Digimon's attack names, like Pepper Breath instead of Baby Flame.
Oh, right. So if you scroll down,
I'm actually looking for her tweet real quick over here.
Oh,
so I can see
the OG tweets.
Yeah, but everything is bashing Bush and stuff about Afghanistan. And
Man, Bush.
So.
I'd been thinking about for a few months between March and May. After discussing legacy terms with a few other professionals, the changes to Go were made back in May. Though I don't think anyone noticed. And just to be clear, past Katrina, was this your decision? Hi, future Katrina. Yes, I just requested those changes be made. Remember, it's okay to admit and fix your mistakes. I hope whoever you're applying to with this is pleasant towards you. So basically, they're saying, look at me being the better person for admitting and fixing my mistakes. And I wonder if, yeah. So they go on to say, the individual, like seemingly any other working in the field, apparently has a mountain of an ego, as she can be seen retweeting a message back from her friends singing her praises for walking back on her translation choice when it was a non-issue from the start. I'm part of the legacy audience. I really liked Big Brother and can't help but feel disappointed. That being said, if it really was an unbiased change, what the hell?
I'm sorry. He'll destroy my Nini's room. So yeah, it must be Nini.
Oh god, that was Lindsay Lovers.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know where I left off.
You were
non-issue from the start. Oh yeah, yeah.
I really liked Big Brother.
I really liked Big Brother. Yeah, sure. And I can't help but feeling disappointed. That being said, if it really was an unbiased change, I trust your judgment. But I really hope it isn't a win for the localization bad fandoms. I mean, it won't be a win for them. Or wait, no. I'm confused. I was going to say localization bad would be a win if they kept it as
Big Brother.
No, I
Big
think
Brother.
She's saying the fandoms that claim localization is bad.
Yeah,
bad localization is bad.
I assume they're saying, fan subbers for the win.
I'll remind you of the amazing phrase we came up with last podcast. Localization good. Vocalization bad.
So the next thing is the big kahuna. Joke's on them. There's plenty of amazing localization work I'm doing on Higurashi that they didn't notice because it's amazing localization work. And thanks for the support. I would love to go through and update the translation of the visual novels, but that's for another day and another paycheck. God, no, please do not translate the visual novels. They're already translated. God, do not touch it and be like, oh, big brother, big brother.
I wonder what the manga has her say.
Was there a manga?
It probably says Nini. I don't see why it wouldn't. I could check technically. But so this is a huge red flag, and why I'm led to believe that Funimation, the dub is going to be a superior translation to the sub. And there's some examples down below. But first, we'll see this legacy translations are a bitch. Let me just say, if I ever resubbed Sailor Moon Classic, most of the fans would probably hate me. And it's probably because you'd vocalize it. You'd like change the gender or something of one of those characters. Not the gender. There was that lesbian couple or something.
Yeah, they made them cousins.
Right, but what could they possibly do to make that extra woke? It's like
not make them cousins anymore. Just make it straight up. Yeah, we're gay.
Well, no, they're not. In the regular translation,
that's the actual story. No.
In the Deke dub, they made them cousins, right? And in the Viz dub, I'm assuming it's accurate, right?
It is accurate.
They got the fan booklet though. It says they are partners or something like that.
Friends,
I don't know.
Best friends or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was like,
it just a little bit.
Yeah, no, everyone freaked out. They're like, this booklet's inaccurate. And it's like, oh, sorry. We're sending out replacement booklets as we speak. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to get a replacement booklet. Geez, I'm not even going to read the booklet probably. But so then Zach Davison, who's an Anime News Network either way, I know he does a lot of vocalizations himself. Yep, although nothing would ever get me to call Neko Musume cat chick. Some legacy terms need to die. This is what I mean. It's like legacy terms. It's like, oh, so old fashioned, and it's like basically blackface.
It's the outright hatred for the fan base. Cat chick is probably not the perfect term for Neko Musume.
Musume's daughter, right? Yeah, Musume's daughter.
I believe
so. Monster Musume is monster daughter.
Yeah, it's not really used for that term. Here, I will look it up for y'all.
Oh,
because I can type in Japanese.
In Nipponese.
Nipponese.
That's what my brother calls it.
I like Nipponese.
So when you type it in, the kanji it creates says daughter on the side. But if I were to, wife of another person. Wait, if I were to go to Jisho, let's take this and put it here. Daughter. Musume. Daughter, girl, i.e. young unmarried woman, which is what it's more commonly used for. I think it probably means like
cat
when you call your own son young man.
Yeah.
Or little lady for your daughter, right? It's probably like that sort of terminology. It's a terminology you probably use for your child.
Like kiddo.
But you could also use it for like another. Anyway.
I still don't understand its application in Monster Musume, but okay.
Monster girl. Monster young unmarried woman. Aren't you glad they didn't translate it that way? Oh, I just got the steelbook for Monster young unmarried woman.
Well, that would make it funnier and make me buy it even faster.
I think Monster Thought would sell faster.
Monster Thoughts. Is there a next light novel?
No, but yes. I think they have the Monster Girl encyclopedias.
My brother has
Thought. That was from 161. Monster Thought. That's also going to be merch. Right. So back to this. Yeah. So Judith Turr says, "Imagine refusing to credit the localization team for their work and calling it a policy." Sorry. It takes incredible courage as a translator with a huge following to publicly walk back a controversial localization decision. Whether you agree with it or not, Katrina better have your respect today, y'all.
No. You're
No,
gonna
what takes
demand
even more,
respect
what
for.
takes even more courage is not talking down to your audience.
Sure, yeah. I think that you better bow to your knees and appreciate that this person who screwed up the translation in the first place is fixing it to the right translation now.
Like half a year later.
Wow. So which one is the right one?
No. Both of those are wrong. One just shows the video clip, and that's just the specific one.
Well, this one says, because I stuffed her into the septic tank after that. And this one says, so either I choked her to death or she drowned in her own piss and shit.
No,
And
these
then-
are all the video clips showing the
So
content.
this is a direct translation. Rather than drowning in shit and piss, getting strangled to death is a far happier alternative after all. This one says, you're too late. Rika-chan's dead. Sorry about that. Rika-chan's long dead. Too bad for you.
Sorry about that. Jesus.
Oh, God. Cringe. Mion Sonozaki has made contact with Keiichi Maibara. Regarding Case S, Mion Sonozaki has made contact with Keiichi. Okay. Mentioning of Case S was removed from the subtitles for some reason, possibly due to the translator having no idea how to implement a case file code into the sentence. Case S. Anyway, so bet she could be a pro player in the future. Another scene omitted translation of the word bijin, beauty, beautiful woman, likely due to the translator not wanting to insert gendered terms into the script, which is frequently seen in the grotesque Western animations.
And that's where I'm just like, okay, the sub is going to be botched beyond repair. If she has all of this translation on the show.
Even simple spelling mistakes manage to make it to go through on occasion. This is practically yeah. So death to grammar Jews.
Practical nothing.
So the rectification of this one blunder is merely scrubbing one minor blemish and will hardly be seen as having much of an impact considering the state of the entire show.
So I'm just worried. I'm just sitting here like, what is on the Blu-ray? At the very least, the dub is going to say Nini, but it's going to be.
I also wanted to address this. Big brother Edward. Also, there's the kanji for Musume, and
he's advocating for fan subgroups or whatever.
Yeah. I see. Gotcha. Yeah, well, it's a shame. So I heard somebody discussing, they were talking about the reason why everything has gone to shit, and it's because HR departments are extremely woke, and HR departments decide who gets hired and who is likely to be fired. Right? So if you can get in, if you can get in and adopt the the buzzwords like inclusive and whatnot, like we're inclusive, we don't discriminate, and then you get the green-haired feminist that comes in, or the trans vocalizer and all that, then they get hired just out of virtue points, right? And then they sink the ship, right? So that seems to be where we're at. So Higurashi no Akikoro ni Mei ex Clanad is also a thing. So it's coming full circle. Oh my!
Very appropriate collab, clearly.
Yes, because after your heart has been ripped out, Higurashi's there to make sure it stays ripped out.
They give you a physical representation of your heart being ripped out in the show.
And they place it in your hand as you're dying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the thing. Game news. So a Kirby news site features Franz Kafka literature. I'm not going to read it, but I feel like what happened is they just had some lorem ipsum, which is like fake text, but it was from Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. One morning, when Gregor Samsa woke from troubled dreams, he found himself transformed in his bed into a horrible vermin. He lay on his armor like back, and if he lifted his head a little, he could see his brown belly, slightly domed and divided by arches into stiff sections. Yeah, so what's happened to me? He thought it wasn't. So literally, it's Kafka's Metamorphosis, where the character turns into a cockroach. Anyway, it's a great book. You should read it. Azure Lane's China edition censors more mesmerizing bunny girl attire. So let me ask you guys this. What's better than a clear shot of pussy?
A mosaic one?
2 pussies.
Oh, God.
It looks like the cats are just like, they're burrowing in her ass or something?
Burrowing out of her ass. This is China, after all.
Oh! So that's why they put it there.
So a whole slew of new bunny girl outfits and one non-bunny introduced to smartphone game Azure Lane have predictably been censored in the Chinese version. Yet another instance of the Chinese government trying to control what kind of content its citizens are allowed to experience. So here's some examples of the censorship. Now, I got to be honest, I had to look at this about 1,000 times before I figured out what it was. Can you guys guess? It's extremely subtle. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. See how her boob is touching her forearm? The line?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what China did. Oh, ever so slightly smaller.
What the fuck?
That.
I don't know. In fact, actually, an easier way for me to show you this would probably have been to do this. Yeah, I can show it to you. Oh, okay. There you go. That's a much better way to show you.
Oh.
Wow.
They reduced the whole package.
It's called a brush reduction.
Reduction?
She's breathing.
That's where the lungs are stored.
Her flame bags.
This is called animation, kids.
Okay, I actually like the Chinese one here a little better for this one. I think it's just cuter to have the frills.
Better design.
Better design, yeah.
Bending the knee to China, are you, Brad? No.
You want your boot on a platter or on takeout?
I like it on the lolly. All right, anyway.
Wow! That was a bootlicker joke, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I was saying if it's okay as long as it's on the lolly. As in, don't show me her feet. That didn't quite come across that way. So Dead Space Remake is removing content to stay relevant to modern audiences.
My God.
So I didn't play Dead Space, but you guys can tell me what they're going to be removing. And the answer, of course, is all the fun. Those looking forward to the Dead Space remake might be disappointed to learn the title will have certain elements removed so the game can, quote, stay relevant to modern audiences. An ominous statement that surely serves as a warning sign that the title
always a
will
good
likely
sign.
end up removing things due to being deemed as offensive by a select few outrage mongers. When the Dead Space remake was announced, it was noted that that content originally removed from the game will end up being put back in. though it seems that certain content will be removed as well, and it wasn't specified what exactly would be ousted from the classic. An interview with EA divulged the Dead Space remake team will be removing content they believe to now be, quote, out of date. And art director Mike Yazijan, who had a hand in working on Dead Space 2, explained that everything the team does is out of respect for the original game, which includes taking things out. We are taking the opportunity to also do away with some things that don't work and make sure the game stays relevant to modern audiences. Microtransactions are said to have played a major role in destroying the Dead Space franchise, and it is alleged that EA might have perhaps learned from this mistake, a statement that those familiar with the cruel and greedy acts of EA will likely not believe for a second.
That is literally the only thing they could possibly remove to make the game better.
Right. So continuing here you go, Dan. Korean animator mocks political correctness of Western developers.
You did include this.
Yeah. So if you watch this video, it's actually from like 2016. A Korean animator put together this thing where they're working on game design, and the guy shows up, and he's like, he presents this. He's like, what kind of crap did you make? What's the fuss about? First, this is the main character. It's a very strong from the beginning. Why is he a white character? He could be African American or Asian. Don't you know users these days are very sensitive, and you still make the main character a healthy, good-looking white man? It's so out of date, ignoring the diversity of race. So he comes back and changes it. Now he's black. And how come the man is always the warrior and the woman is a sub, like healer and witch? So he changes it. It's like, why are all women characters so slim and glamorous? Changes it again. Is she heterosexual by any chance? How do you know? Do you know how LGBTQs are having stronger opinion these days? Don't you think it's too man-oriented? Don't you think it's... Oh, it's still part of that. Yeah, so you keep changing, and then, perfect. This is a definite hit. Also, let's put some ideas that Chinese will like to get the Chinese investment for a big hit. So it goes from this monstrosity to this. Now let's advertise this game. It's pretty good. You guys should check it out. Unless anybody want to say anything. Did you have any more?
Oh, I mean, I just
Go for it. Sorry.
You said it was what, like 2016, 2017? I mean, they nailed it.
It only gets more relevant as time goes on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I guess you can make the argument that back then they were seeing things like this, and it was obviously going in this direction. But like, just how accurate it really is to today, it's scary, actually.
It is. It's pretty sad. Like honestly, it's as if the woke leftist sort of groups are operating on a principle that if you take it to its logical conclusion, this is where you get to. And it was a joke in 2016, but now, like, that's the path they're taking because they're continuing down that path, you know? Yeah, Jason South says, Shimonetta, it only gets more relevant as time goes on.
Well, that's the truth.
Anyway, yeah, it's very unfortunate that we live in this world, but hey, at least we can still laugh at this shit. So Gantz is getting an Otaku edition Blu-ray DVD in Spain. So hopefully we get a Blu-ray over here and it's not just an upscale.
It is going to be an upscale because it was made in 2005, I think, right?
Yeah, I'd like to see Gantz again, to be honest. So Shirobako the movie heads to home video on October 26th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
No dub, actually.
Wait, really?
What?
It's sub only.
Yeah, sub only. Thanks.
Well, that's stupid.
Whoever's responsible. Shout Factory.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that they're not even going to defile the dub consistently?
Nope.
Yep.
this one's for you. Did you want to say anything about this?
Countdown ends on Friday, so apparently that's when the details about the Ultimate Edition go up. So
You think we're gonna get that third dub for this one as well?
So here's the thing. From what I understand, even though Mr. Nice Guy did not seem to understand the question I was asking, and then just didn't answer after I asked the question, it seems that the fourth rebuild film is using the Tiffany Grant, Spike Spencer, Amanda Winley cast. And supposedly it's not ass garbage Netflix third children's first child's or whatever it said. First children's, however they phrased it. Anyway, so it seems like that's not going to be in the fourth rebuild. And I guess Jason South could answer for me. And so
No. It won't be in any of the rebuilds because they redubbed all of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the
if they use the script.
Yeah. So the fourth rebuild film, which has just gotten a release on Amazon Prime,
right,
has Tiffany Grant, Spike Spencer, Amanda Winley, and all of them. And it's not the script that was sent to ADV and sent to Netflix with the.
It doesn't have the legacy terms.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Wait. But wouldn't it have legacy terms though if they're going back to
Jason South says he watched it in sub.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've betrayed us.
So anyway, what I was going to say though is that it sounds like the rebuild. So what I'm getting at here, what I'm trying to get at is that the dub that Netflix did, they were given a script by Studio Kara. That script is the same script that ADV got, but ADV fought to not use it because it was garbage.
And because it was Netflix, they was like, we don't know anything, we're just going to go with it. They probably know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, fuck it. We got Ava, who cares? People watch it in Spanish. I don't know. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is that because the fourth rebuild film seems to not be hot garbage in terms of the dub, that gives me some hope that Kara wasn't so overbearing that they're not gonna,
But I'm curious what they changed out of the first three, because they redubbed those too.
So who redubbed those?
Whoever the people that
the
did the
cast
fourth one.
from the fourth movie, I think.
Yeah, but which company redubbed it?
Amazon, I guess.
For Amazon
I don't know. Whoever.
It's whoever did the
Do you think
fourth.
that they used Bang Zoom or Okratron or any of that?
Definitely not Okratron. That's like Funimation's exclusive deal.
It probably is Bang Zoom.
Yeah. So, I think it is Bang Zoom. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. So you're saying that you think that they're going to redub the whole show for the G Kids release?
That'd be awesome.
Well, I'm saying
if it's not AIDS.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if they redub the whole show with the good cast and the good localization team. Not Amanda Winley.
Well, I'm thinking they can't get the Netflix dub probably anyway.
Well, who wants it?
Hopefully, holy shit! Hopefully, that would be amazing if they can't get the Netflix dub.
Yes.
No, I don't think. I think that they're G Kids would be making a horrible look. At least one person working on this release has to be a fan of Ava.
Yeah.
And if the Netflix dub is even floated in a meeting, that person is going to create such a fucking fuss that they will have no excuse when the time comes if they actually fought to use the Netflix dub because it was cheaper or something like that. So if they redub it, that's fantastic. I don't think the show needs to be redubbed. It would definitely benefit from a redub.
I thought it was great.
Sure. Yeah. I don't think it needs one, but
I think ADV's dub might be in a similar situation to Netflix where they can't acquire the dub or something.
I don't think
know.
Netflix couldn't acquire the dub. I think Netflix had probably something else going on with. I think Netflix uses a union dubbing studio.
But why would they redub it when, like, if that's the case, why don't they dub every anime that goes up on there?
So Netflix, when they bring an anime that is going to be like a big heavy hitter, they dub it in like 37 languages. I'm pretty sure Ava got dubbed in Spanish, French, and just
it's not 37 languages. It's more like 10.
I'm going to contest
11.
that.
We covered this at some point.
I'm going to contest that because the first season of Attack on Titan is still sub only on Netflix.
Okay, but Netflix didn't dub the first season of Attack on Titan.
That's true, but it still doesn't have a dub period.
Yes,
on Netflix,
but
which is like the only rare occurrence of that are actually happening.
Hold up. If they're able to get the dubs for these Funimation titles and stuff that they put on their service, yeah, that's weird.
Demon Slayer was dubbed on Netflix.
Yeah, but that's Aniplex.
That wasn't dubbed on Netflix. Oh, sorry. You're saying it was on Netflix and it had a dub.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dub
I'm just saying
that aired on Toonami.
Bleach was on Netflix dubbed. Yeah. So was
all these had pre-existing dubs.
Psyche K is Funimation. That's dubbed on Netflix.
Yeah, but that was season 2.
So.
But no, that actually.
Actually, I started watching it season 1 on Netflix. It was dubbed.
That corroborates what we're saying, though, is that they are able to get these Funimation dubs.
Yeah, so
it's kind of weird that they're unable to get.
My point is, this is what I think happened with the dub. I think that they wanted to have it dubbed in multiple languages, and Studio Kara said, "Hey, we've already got a script. If you want to use it, you can use." This script that we've got written for all these different languages, but you got to use all of them or whatever. Or Netflix just found it easier because they're already mixing it down and everything, and they've got the audio tracks for whatever they're doing. That they just had, here's our English track, here's our Spanish track, here's our French track. I think it probably has something to do with that. I don't know. That's just my gut feeling. Anyway, I don't think that Netflix's dub is going to be on this set. But we'll find out on Friday.
The absolute best scenario would be like if the show did get redubbed.
If they got a redub and then added every single track, including the AIDS dub.
So if they redub it, I really hope that there's like a noise with Shinji jerking off
in the end of Evangelion. Yeah. But what I was trying to get at is, like, they would have like the entire 26 episode series, Death and Rebirth, End of Evangelion, and the 4 rebuild films, with all dubs except for the Netflix dub.
So I was going to say you think that they have the rebuilds as well?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you think it's weird
because
that
Funimation
seems to have gotten
Funimation
had the wazoo?
They let the license lapse for those.
I don't think that they did. I think they probably knew that was an asset. Fuck off, Sony.
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't have the license. The only one who I think would have the license now is G-Kids.
Right.
Did G-Kids just get this like super secret access to any license they want?
They got the whole freaking Ghibli library for crying out loud.
Because they had enough woke points accumulated or something? Like what?
I don't know that woke points would help you to get Ava.
Who works with Ava who has connections with Ghibli? I think something's there.
Hideaki Anno and Miyazaki are
okay. There you go.
Friends. It's an interesting idea, actually.
Because G-Kids has the entire fucking Ghibli library now, except for what is it?
Cagliostro.
Yeah, well, that's not Ghibli.
Damn it! I keep doing that.
That's Miyazaki.
I guess.
But they also, but
Graveyard-
the thing is, they also have
Graveyard
Miyazaki
Fireflies.
titles that, like Future Boy Conan, right? That's
Right.
not a Ghibli either. Anyway,
I think that's our connection right there.
that might be it. We'll find out more about this on the 19th. So, Sword of Desperation.
He's a desperate hoe.
Desperately needing
fuck
a
is
better
this shit?
font.
Yeah, seriously. It is a samurai movie. It's not a documentary. Could have fooled me. 6 nominations. Okay. Anyway, Animego is releasing this.
Really? Color in
Yeah.
color.
Animego.
I like how the
Yeah.
text of color is in color.
Yeah. Wow. Imagine that. It's in color.
And it's in,
Well,
it's
it
in,
is a Blu-ray.
in red and green colors
Why does it
too.
look like a DVD from this angle?
Oh.
Art not final, probably.
And there's a DVD listing too, so it probably has the same one.
Interesting. All right. One Piece, season 11, part 5.
And they just announced that season 11 part 8 which just went up digitally. So
Jesus, these you just don't even try. Same photo on the front and the spine again. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord classics. There's something classic about this elf.
which one?
The blonde one. It
The
looks like
elf?
an elf from virtually every fantasy thing ever.
Well, I was commenting on her tits. They're classics.
I
I was trying not to seem like a creep by commenting on the weird lolly with the hand mufflers.
With knuckles?
oh.
That's for the thumbnail. We gotta skin her like in a fursuit of Knuckles, or put these on the Knuckles poster.
Now imagine Idris Elba voicing what's her name?
That. Imagine Idris Elba voicing this lolly cat girl.
What's her name? Rem?
Is that her name?
I don't know.
What's going on with
Oh.
his face?
I forgot. So this is
Oh,
the
it's
one
Kazuma.
where he, the name Edelgard is one of the characters' names.
Oh, they pronounce it wrong?
Eldegrade in the one
Eldegrade.
shot, and I'm like, what did you do, man? This man on the Blu-ray?
Yeah. All right. So, Shield Hero Season 1 Blu-ray. Not sure why they did this. Just to re-release.
Yeah, it's you don't have to buy part 1 and 2.
Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World. Limited edition.
Show
Blu-ray.
I barely heard of. I just remember seeing the poster, but they decided to give it a ginormous
what a
art box.
First logo. Oh, that is horrid.
That just looks like that looks like I don't know, a really it's such a long logo to even read, but it's got so many
It
conflicting
just looks
spells.
so awful. How many fonts we got in here?
And then one is just boxed in for some reason, and then white and
Oh, terrible.
I've never heard of this before that I saw this listing. So
I only
neither.
saw
I'm definitely not
the
spending
simul
63
dubs
bucks
going
on
up, and I'm like, I don't care to watch this because the main character looks like the Asterisk War template.
Yeah, he looks like the Dark Flame Master from Chunibyo over here. With his pose.
Burning,
Here
fighting, fighter.
Here it is on Blu-ray DVD. It looks significantly less Chungus-y.
The other comment I didn't say is that it looks like they might be putting the extras inside the box for the other one because the
Yeah.
box is so huge.
It sure is fucking massive. Let's find out what the extras are. The book. That's it. Great job. That's it. That's it. Maybe it's part 2. Because God knows this is the complete what? Series?
They're doing seasons now. The complete season.
Yeah.
No, maybe that's a season. What's it say on here? 80-page art book. Are you going to tell me that that's 80 pages? I guess so.
Could be.
80-page art book. Beautiful. 24 by 36-inch fabric poster.
Okay, that's what's in the filler box.
Oh, so this is it? This is the fabric poster? Wow.
No, that's the back of the box. Go back.
So beautiful.
That's the back of the box. Go back. Back.
The first one.
First page. That
Oh,
big thing in the middle, right there.
That ain't beautiful.
The standard
bitch.
edition.
Well, cringe. All right. Bungo and Alchemist, Gears of Judgment.
Is
Art
this a
not
Bungo
trying-
Stray Dogs spinoff?
No.
What? Well, that's
Nope.
stupid then.
I know, right?
What a name. Akudama Drive Limited Edition.
I like the art, how it's wrapping
Wrapping
around the
around.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks ass. This is what's going to show up in the spine.
Yeah, he's going to be the most minor character on the
He
spine.
is the most minor character, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
Great job, guys.
The
Here's a much better cover for the
main characters are on the back of the box, actually.
This gives me vibes of, like, I don't know, Persona 5
He's in
or
the
something.
center. He's in the center on the cover of this.
Clearly,
as
he's the
well.
most important, Rhys. Like, what do you know? Did he? It's not like you just
Look who's
watched
on
the show or
spine
anything.
here.
I watched the show as it aired, yes. The main
Is this character
character,
super important?
the girl in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, is she important?
She's the main character.
Okay, good, because she's on the spine. Robotech. Oh, look at that vignette. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wish I could have that on the screen as we discussed before.
Yeah, that was such a funny.
God, that looks so bad and worn down on the top.
Yeah.
Somebody's been holding it while jerking off too much.
This nurse isn't even hot. All right. My roommate is a cat essentials. Okay.
I wish Greenline was here because I could ask him if this is the cover that's underneath the slipcover on the standard edition that he just got.
Damn,
Because that's what they,
Greenline.
because that's what they did with
I'll have to
the.
answer in the comments later.
Oh, Junkie.
Darling in the Franxx Steelbook.
It looks really weird in the preview, but it's probably going to look like that.
Yeah, it looked kind of thick in the preview for some reason.
It looks thick and like it's made of plastic.
Oh, maybe it is thick because it has to house so many discs.
No,
All
the
three.
the 4-disc ones are just a standard, or still a standard size Blu-ray case.
Backpacks.
No, it's a spindle.
So, Darling in the Franxx Season 1. Does that mean there's going to be a Season 2?
No. Which is stupid. You should have just called it a complete series set.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to bow out, guys. It's getting
Alright,
late.
man. I
All
should be
right.
doing that soon as well.
So you guys have a good one. Good luck with the rest of the stream.
Have a good
Appreciate
one.
See you, Dan.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Jason Sal says, woke, now in color, people of color.
All right.
The Ultimate Edition is actually only the OG series and the 2 movies. I don't know what that's for. Is
I
that
think it's
the-
because Rhys was speculating. He's like, the best thing would be
Oh,
to
that's
have the
Ultimate
rebuilds.
Edition.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
he's being
We'll see.
pessimistically. He's being pessimistically realistic.
Yeah. So, Muhyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigation.
Season 2. I like this
Okay.
show. I can't wait for season 3.
sorry.
Apparently, this sold so poorly it has essentials, despite the limited edition being $400 on Amazon if you want it. Now?
Oh shit!
Fire Force Season 2.
Oh, yeah, yes,
Oh.
same as the inside. So it is the same cover on the inside of the
Right on.
My Roommate is a Cat.
Ikebukuro Westgate Park. Great title here. Ilgaba.
Oh. Yeah, when I saw Iwagaba, I'm like, this is stupid. This is like the what do they call it?
The actual title ain't that great either.
I know, but I recognize the name Ikebukuro. Not the
Ikebukuro.
IW.
Smoking kills. I am making that shirt.
I think you need to watch this series because there's a lot. He's got a lot of shirts.
If only I had time.
But yeah, like when I see IWGP, I'm like, oh, GP Grand Prix. This is gonna be stupid.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm so fucking tired right now. Fire Force Season 2 Part 2 Standard, Restaurant to Another World Essentials, Fire Force Season 1 Complete Collection, Shaman King Original Series English dubbed Blu-ray. So did we determine that they're redubbing the scenes that weren't dubbed originally? Or
No, this is the.
It's just straight up the TV version.
This is straight up the TV version.
Okay.
We were that was for Fatal Fury, but
Fuck, Collection 3.
has the OAV and special.
Yep, the episode 76 OVA.
This is gonna be rounded cornered.
Probably not.
Why not? They fucked me on Konosuba.
The mock is. I'm putting faith in Brady's mocks.
They burned us. They burned us on every other one.
Oh,
so how about this shit? City Hunter complete first season. So should I have not bought part 1 and part 2?
It's the exact same discs, apparently.
Fuck
so
me.
Two things. I think
rounded edge now.
The
I might
only
as well get
reason
this version now to get just the fucking rest of them with rounded edges.
Exactly. That's my theory as to why the only reason they re-released this is so it's like, well, so it's consistent with the rest of it instead of making the rest of it consistent with this. But
Fuck me.
What was my second thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, like all of these pre-orders were like we could have checked them last week, but I guess we didn't bother.
They weren't up last podcast.
They weren't up on Right Stuff, but they were up on an article or whatever.
We did talk about them briefly. Anyway, Loop on the Third Part 5 now is one collection
to 24
instead of 2.
1 to 24 plus the Is the Bond Still Burning OVA.
Yep. Sergeant Frog.
Way better cover than their as we called it orgy cover before. I mean, this is still somewhat orgy-tastic, but like
this is like the same compositional shot that Funimation used for their.
Not at all. Well, actually, maybe the parts, but the seasons they just had a single frog in the on the cover of each. But looking forward to it, and they confirmed the dub, so yay.
Yeah. So the.
But they didn't confirm Animax dub.
So they're calling the first season or 51 episodes season 1, and so this is like Funimation season 1 and 2.
This is going to be like 7 seasons or seven releases.
If Discotheque does the entire series, it'll be 7 seasons.
And if they have, hopefully they'll get the movies too.
Yeah, like the 5 movies and have like a movie collection or something.
I assume the movies will be tied in with the remainder episodes. I feel like there's going to be a bit of extra episodes.
There's going to be 350. It's like 350 episodes.
366 or something stupid like that.
Are you sure? I thought it was like 351 or something.
358.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they can do exactly like 51 for 7 of them, and then 52 for one of them for the last one or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I am going to only do one extra article after these, and then you guys are free to talk if you want. I gotta go to bed. I'm falling asleep in the chair.
Okay.
So Shirobako, which we already showed, A Letter to Momo,
re-release.
It Man. We were talking about this. Little Vampire. That's totally anime.
Totally. Anime.
Can't wait to see it with my kids. Oh, that's not anime. Anyway, all right. I'm going to finish off here. Jason South, I got your number. 5 South Australians arrested for returning to game store where they allegedly stole Digimon cards.
Now, this is my article.
The police have tied them up for questioning.
Did they spell it TAI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
TAI''D.
Yep.
They say that a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. But in this story from Adelaide, South Australia, the alleged perpetrators not only returned once, but twice. Posted on the official South Australian police website today, 5 people were arrested for allegedly breaking into a game store while not wearing a mask. Wait, that's not what that says. They were arrested today for breaking, what do you call it? The lockdown orders.
POS.
That's mandate.
Breaking into a game store in the state's capital and stealing rare Digimon cards along with some board games. Damn. High rollers, these guys. The Post, punishly titled, "Gotta Catch 'Em All." 5 people arrested over trading card theft in Adelaide due to the wrong series being referenced. Outlines that on August 10th, oh, hold on. So the Post, punishingly titled, oh, God. Great. Yeah, I read that as the Post, as in like that was the name of the newspaper or whatever. So the Post, punishingly titled, "Gotta Catch 'Em All, 5 people arrested after trading card theft in Adelaide," outlines that on August 10th, a patrol was sent to a local game store at 9:30 a.m. after it had been broken into with a large number of rare Digimon trading cards and board games stolen. It didn't take long for the cards to return to the store, though, as later that day at around 1:15 a.m., a man walked into the store to get those same stolen cards evaluated so they could be sold. Jesus Christ. First of all, I don't know. Hold on. That must be 1:15 p.m. They fucked up. No way did he go to that store at 1 in the morning to get the cards appraised. The shop owner recognized the cards and called the police. The suspect then led them to a house where more of the stolen cards were found and 2 more suspects were arrested. Then again, later that day at 3 p.m., another person walked into the same store to get more of the stolen cards valued. Instead, the shopkeeper, played his trap card. Instead, the shopkeeper played his trap card, and the police were called, arresting the man on the spot. The police shared an image of the stolen Digimon cards. The 5 suspects were charged. What's up?
Good promotion there for the game.
Yeah. The 5 suspects were charged with serious criminal trespass, unlawful possession, and theft by receiving. And the police are currently on the lookout for 1 more suspect currently holding on to some Digimon cards, which honestly should narrow it down quite a bit, especially in the small Australian city of Adelaide. Okay.
It should narrow it down because there's so few Digimon cards you can get. Like,
Right.
by that I mean the availability to get a booster box or anything.
Okay, I'm going to address some of these real quick. First of all, I mean, Fuko is already a ghost. I'm not sure what Fuko is from, but...
Higurashi.
Is Fuko?
I remember this came up during the Higurashi thing.
Yeah, but the character's name is
Fuko.
Hanyu, right?
That's one of the characters, yeah. But
Maybe there's another character I don't know about.
I don't remember.
Also,
Fuko.
he took my thing about the about taking the logical conclusion for the woke agenda to reductio ad absurdum, which is when you reduce the argument to the absurd. Reduce it to the absurd. Netflix dub only, probably. I don't know. I don't think so. That would be absurd. I don't think look, they're going to get a total of 0 sales if they put that on there. The Ultimate Edition is actually only the OG series and the 2 movies, which was because the original press release confirmed that.
Not even the voice actors will buy the Netflix dub.
Not even them. And then Greenline said, I've never heard of half the Funimation releases. Nah, bruh. Adelaide is full of idiots. Yeah, as I've learned from this article where they went back to the same store twice. Sad thing is, I can probably tell you the exact store they broke into. Fucking drug addicts. Oh, Fuko from Clannad.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
The Star Girl?
Fuko, yeah, there was, yes, the recital. Yeah,
I hated that entire arc because it was a copy-paste of Canon, which is their previous work.
Okay, well, I think I remember liking it. I talked about it in the video I told you to go watch. Anyway, so the reason I've gone to the trouble of making sure to read all these chats is because there's a decent chance that as long as you fuckers keep the podcast under 6 hours, that I will be blurring that portion where I doxed y'all's emails at the beginning with the Google Sheets. So just keep that in mind. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Thank you for hanging out with me, but I'm sorry if I'm dragging it down with my exhaustion. Catch you later.
See ya.
All right. See ya. Oh, so I guess we got to end the podcast. So what do you want to talk about?
I take it there was nothing else to cover.
I don't really. I mean, I'm got to. If I do want, I'm probably got to restart my computer or something. So
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, as long as there wasn't anything like super important we wanted to get to, I guess that's fine that we don't go into it.
Unless you want to screen share, because you could probably.
I could do that.
You can do that, Net. I mean,
it is possible. Well, hold up. Let's see what we actually
we have
had.
the technology.
Where is? Oh yeah, it's on Minds, isn't it?
Yep, it's on mine now.
Did he at least link it in the Facebook, the Minds doc? He might as well.
Yeah. Like goodminds.com.
.com.
And
Do I have to log in to even see Minds? Oh no, it says search Minds, so save for us. Which, by the way, follow Saferus for your Facebook needs.
Yeah.
On Minds, I should say.
On Minds.
So we left off on
The Digimon.
the random merch news. So everything was miscellaneous.
Yeah. So we were done with the merch news, and
It was literally all just miscellaneous after that.
alright, let's save him for that one. He likes reading those.
Yeah.
Should I bring up? Can you bring up those two things that I shared in our chats about the Lupin stuff? I think it was in the main one.
The things you brought up. Here, let's wait for Facebook to take 6 years to load.
In the 2.0 chat.
Let's reload Facebook. Oh, I clicked on Anime JP Fan 2's profile because I'm like, is this who they are? Is it in recent chat history for Lupin?
And in the 2.0 chat, it was like about 3:45, so about 4:45 your time. There's two of them.
Okay, Lupin.
They're
So what do I do?
Japanese.
What?
Yeah. There's
Come
two
back
of
to
them.
theaters. Oh, is there like an article you linked or something?
It's not an article, but you're gonna just pull up and screen share those.
You want me to screen share and docs our entire chat?
No, just the two. Click on the two links. Open up those links in another window.
Oh, you
Screen
opened
share the-
links. Here we go. And they're all in Nipponese?
Yep, they're all in Japanese, but I can translate. This is taking far longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry to everybody who's to our 5 viewers who are actually watching us. So it's kind of funny that the Rock is positioned just so that his nose is right between us. It's kind of funny.
I'll have to see that when I get back. Oh god, yeah. Clearly, that's the intent with the composition. So 1 sec, I'm gonna do my dual screen. Then we're going to screen share. All right, here we go.
So this was brought to my attention. This one in particular, we knew about months ago. And this is regarding Lupin the Third TV special. Oh, wow, you got it translated. That's amazing.
I don't know, the browser kind of just did it on its own.
Wow. So localization of for some reason, the TV special part in the title there, it was, everybody who reported about this only got the movie part of this and not the TV special part of it. And this is for South Africa.
South Africa. English dubbing and closed of... What the hell?
Closed captioning.
I assume this is just really bad translation. English dubbing and closed of Lupin the Third versus Detective Conan and Lupin the Third Conan movie that can introduce both works at once in order to promote the development of Detective Conan and Lupin Third in South Africa. I made a captioned subtitle. In the future, we will continue to hold business talks with the local businesses in order to develop the work. So basically, Africa wants to get it dubbed, both of them?
Well, this is Japan. This site is from this is the Japanese side of things. It was, I don't know why South Africa, but it's using the English the cast that we know, and you can see it there. The cast that we know, that Discotheque will be using, and
son of a bitch.
That one there. Anyway, but the fact that the TV special was dubbed. Now this is from the movie.
In beautiful 260p.
Right. See, Jason South. But for some reason, like this, that little tidbit about the special also being dubbed completely bypassed everybody for some reason. And it was only brought up this afternoon, I want to say by Blaze V, maybe?
So basically, we got the good dub going on for the hybrid good dub. It's part good, part allegedly bad, says Brad. For both,
it doesn't use the legacy names.
Jimmy Kudo.
Right.
I mean, thankfully for me, I've only seen like the first 4 episodes, so I don't have a terribly...
I think I watched the first episode, and that was it. And then I watched the episode 1 special thing, which is now in my cart because of this. So I kind of feel obligated to buy that Case Closed episode 1 thing as like a starting off point in the collection sense. So I can lead into these two.
That's what I was planning to do, so I could start my Conan collection with Blu-ray. Oh, well, I kind of screwed that up already because I have the DVDs of like season 1 and various other pieces of the other seasons. But like the Blu-ray, if I get the Blu-ray, it'll be the definitive release. Whereas the other DVDs I have, it's like, oh, they could be replaced.
Right. So that's that. So I'm betting if they're going to release the movie in December, then I'm sure that the
Are these links both the exact same?
No.
Okay, well, what's this one?
So hold on. That if they release the movie in December, then they'll definitely like solicit the special for either November or also December. So that they didn't want to drop all the bombs all at once.
They didn't want to blow the load too early.
You heard it here first, folks. So also, from the newest Lupin the Third special, Prison of the Past, has also been dubbed. So we can expect that to come out probably next year.
The newest special?
Yeah, it came out like 9 months after Goodbye Partner, which came out on Blu-ray like in July.
Okay, so I mean this one's kind of expected, but you know it's good to know.
Right. Which I mean, now that I think about it, like nine or 10 months, July to February. There we go. We got our relief window, January to March for this one.
I'm just waiting for the one day that we finally don't have like a new Lupin every single slate.
Right.
And I don't mean that in a negative way.
We didn't have one for September.
Well, I guess that's true, but I mean, like, get to a point where you're literally like half a year no Lupin.
We get when we get to the point we get everything. I mean,
that will be great.
That'd be awesome. We're still waiting on like the rescues for movies 4 and 5, which were dubbed by Funimation.
Those are inevitably coming because they were starting to get all of those Funimation.
They have everything from Funimation except for those 2 movies now. All of those are out. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's bound to all come over here.
If things go as they have been, we'll get those next year. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and I'm still just sitting here with Lupin Part 4 and Fujiko Mine.
Yeah,
that's all I have for Lupin because I want definitive releases. Damn it!
Get that Lupin the Third, the first steelbook because that's going to go out.
Oh, sorry, I do have that.
Oh,
sorry, that's the third only thing I have.
you don't have the Castle Cagliostro 4K yet?
I only have the 2K from Disney, but yes, I really want the 4K for obvious reasons. But like the constant issue is discotheque stuff doesn't get listed on Amazon.ca, so I have to like make it a big event to actually acquire these discotheque titles.
Big ass order from Right Stuff.
Actually, their eBay page is the recent thing that I used to get this.
Oh, discotheque eBay page? Okay. Huh.
Yeah, their eBay page, you can literally order stuff
a
month early.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll have pickups next week. I'm probably gonna make an order on what's it, 18th? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's Wednesday now.
It is now.
Now it's Wednesday. So I'll probably make an order on Thursday or Friday. So I probably won't have a pickup next week. But the week after that, I definitely will. If not next week. So.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee that. I mean, I won't have pickups probably, but I will have new boxes to share and new progress. I'll hopefully have sawed into that giant chipboard piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Sawed off. I mean, what?
Cool. All right. That sounds like a good time to 313. What's that?
Yeah,
say?
sure.
Oh yeah. If you're links are in the description. The affiliate links. If you're buying stuff on Amazon or Right Stuff. Give a like, subscribe if you like what we do. If you're new here, sorry.
It's just sorry.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nope. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And I think there's one appropriate way to end this. Oh, you didn't time it right.
I wasn't thinking.
Well,
I forgot